Some scenes may not be appropriate for younger audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Got it.
We're all heathens here. Anyways, we're live with that.
Our friends are heathens, take it slow. God, I hate 21 Pilots. Anyways, welcome to the Shattered Realms. We are back with another session from your favorite bridge troll, moi. So, who would like to give us a quick recap of last week's session?
Preferably someone that isn't me. I'm still opening all my shit.
Let's see.
Okay, I guess that I nominate J-Ming for tributes.
I do too, because I'm eating chicken.
I can give it a shot. So we started off where we left off like during our hiatus for a week, which was in the mansion. We were approaching sort of the would you call it a ballroom or something?
Yeah, it's like a ballroom.
Yeah, so which is at the back of the first floor of the mansion. And when we came in, we heard melodious, ominous piano music being played. And lo and behold, at the far end of this chamber was he was like a teenager, right? Teenaged.
Older teenager.
Yeah, like maybe like 17, 18, is that right?
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was Ripper's stepbrother. What was the name? I forget. I have it somewhere.
Tristan.
Tristan, there you go. Tristan. And he was wearing the gauntlets that we were supposed to find. And Ripper and I think it was Ronir tried to talk. And Nisa approached him, tried to talk with the password of Trace, shrouding them. But that didn't turn out so well, as he was just attuned to these gauntlets, which put him into sort of a rage, and that rage allowed him to sort of create illusions and alter reality around us, which he was able to summon, like, was it Wraiths or specters?
Yeah, these like specters.
Yeah, and combat ensued as we attempted to wrestle with the gauntlets off of Tristan's hands, and also deal with these specters. But it was a bloody fight, surprisingly. Any of those attacks would have killed me right away, but luckily we have very powerful allies in the form of Nisa, Ronir, and Ripper to handle with sort of the close engagements. Ronir had it the worst. Several broken ribs, feared, because Tristan was so powerful too. But we managed to get it and the gloves off of Tristan in the end, and we returned those gloves to Terry, as well as freeing and liberating the household, right?
Mm-hmm.
When we returned to Terry with the gauntlets, I actually don't know Terry's gender. They them. If you're going for respect, they also go by Madady. What?
What?
Madady?
Madady.
Madady?
DM takes psychic damage.
So Terry, we offered the gauntlets back to Terry, but Terry actually gave us some lore about the gauntlets. It was forged by themselves, and it was like from an ancient dwarven forge. And these gauntlets were bestowed as a gift to Ripper. And then we participated in some fights for money.
Mm-hmm.
25
And
gold.
yep, that's pretty much
Madady.
where we left off. Madady. That's pretty much where we left off. Congratulations. Go ahead and take that point of inspiration.
Okay.
So as we start up again, I do want to ask, do we want to continue with Colosseum fights? Do we want to move on with a story? If you want to continue with Colosseum fights, I do have like actual full-fledged like combat encounters we can do
That
if you
was
want.
the idea for like from last week as we wanted it, but I don't know, maybe things changed. Like I really would like to see where the plot goes, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, like it's up to you guys. You know, if you want to if you want to do a bit of combat, have a bit of fun. Like, there's no rush. If you do want to see more where the plot goes, we can get out of here, move on to Fairfall. If you really just want to like do both, but you don't want to like bog down with like the next 3 hours of just combat encounters, I will let you guys just do like a quick like D20 for like each round.
I'm less concerned about the time and more concerned about resources, because like after that whole like Tristram fight. Like, I'm actually pretty tapped. I don't know about everybody else.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean, I could go either way. I'm fine for more money. I'm also fine for just continuing onward. So
Now, like last week, the way the combat works were there were more skill checks, and if we wanted to, we could attack with spells and stuff. Is it going to be the same thing today?
We could do it that way, but again, I do have a full-fledged combat encounter if you would like to do it that way.
Because Matt makes a good point. Like we are
He does.
tapped in terms of resource, but we can definitely always do skill checks.
Yeah, I mean, like, also, like, maybe this is a bit meta, but, like, you aren't going to die in the pit. If you might get knocked out, but, like, someone will just...
Yeah,
break you.
hopefully not. It has to go really wrong.
I mean, if people
Some-
want to
something
do
like
another, if people want to do another pit fight, we can do that. I mean, I'm not completely drained. I have resources,
I'm
but
definitely up for at least one.
I'm not
so-
looking. I'm
we
not.
definitely
I'm
find
not
a
looking
little-
terrible. I'm pretty sure like Ronier looks worse than I do.
yeah, I could still go for one. I think that's what we should do if that's okay with everyone.
One?
Just do one and we'll call it.
Let me
Yeah,
pull up
that
these stat
works.
blocks then.
'Cause I know y'all motherfuckers need money.
Yeah, more money, less problems, as the saying goes.
It's MUNY. It's this world's Jesus. Alrighty.
That's the 14th deity confirmed.
Oh,
The 14th is money. Money. Isn't money? Okay. So, we're just gonna do this by theater of mind. So last week I said it was, what, like a 60 by 60? Like, circular ring? So let's just go by that. I don't think that should require anything particularly complicated.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll go ahead and pull us into a combat screen, and then we'll just throw up a initiative tracker.
I thought we were just gonna throw up.
And then-
We might.
My nose. Alright. Everybody roll your initiatives as you are presented into the next ring. You hear Terry using their magic to project their voice through the Colosseum. Ladies, gentlemen, anybody in between or outside, we have yet another fight in
Nice.
store for all of you today. Our previous winners for the last round have come back for yet another gracious round. And up against them are a team that I've personally grown rather fond of.
Damn it.
Maybe they might kick the bucket, but who knows? Maybe the bucket will kick back. But either way, give it up for our next contestants. As the four of you line up on the other side of the ring, you see that on the other end are three individuals. And I will go ahead and just... Hold on, give me 1 second.
No.
Boop, 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 boop.
Oh,
Okay,
look
here
at
we go.
Ronier over there trying hard.
Goddamn. Yeah. it's hard. So, you see an orc, an elf, and...
Okay. I could have sworn you said orphan.
There is an
so-
orphan.
An orc, an elf,
I
and
mean,
an
they
orphan
are,
walk
they
into
can
a
be.
bar.
Damn it! I was gonna make that joke.
Okay, here we go.
Bard.
Yeah, so you see an orc, an elf, and a human woman. So the human woman is covered head to toe in what looks to be like some sort of what looks to be metal armor. It looks like plate armor, from what you can see. The elven woman has a chain shirt on and is currently wielding what appears to be a mace in one hand and a shield in the other. The orc, on the other hand, is wearing what looks to be some sort of animal hide, and has a great axe in his hands that he moves back and forth between each hand as he laughs. All right. So I'm gonna quickly roll out their initiatives.
Right, I forgot to set this up. My bad.
Nani?
I forgot to set this up. What the fuck did I just do? Hang on. Hang on. I'm setting shit up. Give me a second.
I am.
I forgot to set that up.
I'm low on spell slots. Good. Good.
It's gonna be great.
Everyone low on spell
$1 million,
slots.
man.
Yep. I forgot to
Except
set
me.
the
I don't think I am.
Yeah, you were busy being feared the whole time.
Yes.
He's fine. He's fine. It's fine.
I gotta look at what
Everything's
spells I even have prepared right now. I don't think it's all that great. That's alright though. We'll be fine.
fine. Okay. Oh wow, that's really shit.
Oh man, I see pandas.
Wait, what? We have pandas? Where?
Oh, the panda video.
Oh.
I'll watch it later.
I opened the YouTube thing so you can play music that doesn't appear on Twitch.
Yes, queen. Alrighty. Just about done. Sorry, I'm just putting the last one.
Putting the last one on. Oh, is there a map? I don't see a map.
No. I'm just putting like the I'm like just like I rolled their initiative and I'm just writing it down on my sheet.
Oh right, I should actually roll initiative. God, I'm so disorganized today.
Yeah, Daniel
working-
20, Beth 10.
Oh
Matt
geez,
12.
that's terrible.
Here.
I see you two are prepared. What does Nisa get?
That's awful.
Oh, God,
I
that's
got
a
a
23.
fucking what is this? A 7?
Okay,
Daniel,
you're last.
you.
So
That
Daniel,
means Ripper will protect.
Daniel, me,
Oh, the
Beth.
fucking screen
and
size
then
is
you.
messed up now. There we
Yep.
go.
There you go. Okay, so putting you at the top.
Oh, this was a mistake.
You'll be fine. You're fine.
Yeah, no, I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious. But anyway, I go first, I assume.
Why did you just tell me you were hungry then?
Also, that dice is going to dice jail. First roll of the night.
Love that look for you.
It's designer.
Do you like the big?
It's DiGiorno.
Designer.
You know what? I just realized what that that bottle opening sound is, and that's Watch Together.
I know, I hate it.
I just realized what it was. Like I thought one of you guys was uncorking like a Chardonnay.
Yeah, totally. That's what we're doing on stream.
Yeah,
right
because
now.
anyone in this fucking chat is Chardonnay.
What was I gonna say? Matt, gotta open some of that bubbly for Jericho. Am I right?
Exactly. We gotta win first, though.
Alrighty. Are you all ready to go?
I think so. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, just to be clear here, so it's an orc person. It's an orc and elf
Orc in furs, elf in chain shirt, and human in plate armor.
and
Yeah,
human.
the orc is wearing hide armor.
Okay, so this dude is clearly wearing hide. What was the elf? It was chain.
Chain.
Shirt.
Okay, makes sense.
Alright. Ready?
Okie dokie. I mean, I'm clearly not. Do you see my initiative?
Oh man,
Okay.
I know what I want to do if it doesn't get ruined before it gets to my turn.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
No promises.
Okay, so from the top of the round, it is you, Rainier. The three of them stand 60 feet from you at the other end of the ring, twirling the weapons in their hands, almost putting on a show for the crowd as the crowd cheers for you all.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna step forward, get the woman in plate's attention as I cast heat metal onto her armor.
Yes.
There it is.
So no save, so she takes 2d8 damage from the heat metal spell.
Alright, roll that up for me.
That's going to be 11 points of fire damage. As it turns red hot, scalding her from the inside.
She lets out a scream as the metal begins scalding her, toasting her from the inside out. Alright, very, very, very good.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and say that's the end of my turn.
That's the end of your turn? Okay. I'm just gonna hold on, this seems fitting.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
10 of 10.
Yep.
I forgot to turn the damn thing down, so it just blasted my ears.
I just have it
Headphone
permanently set to like
users.
half volume for that exact reason. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and mute that if you want, or I can put something else if it's really that like awful. But
Just let that bitch play. It's
that bitch
funny.
play.
Oh lord.
Just ask his patience. Okay.
Just regardless of whatever the words are, all I hear is the Weird Al cover.
All right.
We can do that after. All right. So up next is going to be the orc, who's going to dash right up to you guys. As he charges forward, twirling his axe in the air, he stops just shy of you, Nisa.
Half orc or like full orc?
You think he's probably a half orc, but you're not sure because you don't want to make assumptions.
Yeah.
Assumptions make an ass out of you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so he's gonna end his turn right in front of you, Nisa. And next up, Lillian.
Damn it! This music, I know no one else can hear it on stream, but I'm just imagining like this orc just taking off his shirt and starting to oil and starting to like do a choreography.
Stop trying to tempt me. That won't
Okay.
save you.
So the half orc has charged to us and like 5 feet in front of Nisa, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And who else does he have control over?
Well, whatever marching order you guys are in, like.
I assume we were starting off in like that like perfectly
Square.
horizontal line stance, like a face-off.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much. So
okay.
you guys can go ahead and define your marching order, and then he'll just be in front of Nisa, wherever that is.
Okay. Well, because this is 60 feet, and
I need to be in the middle of friends.
well,
That
what
is
I'm
where
gonna
I need
do-
to be.
I'm gonna do, because this is such a big arena, and you know Ripper is fast, but he's not nearly fast enough. I take my wand out, and I will look at this spell. What do I need from it? I take out a shaving of licorice, and I cast the haste spell on Ripper.
Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Yes.
I can't believe haste costs like one of the worst candies in the world. Amazing.
No, this isn't. Well, I guess, yeah. It doesn't say what type of licorice, but I assume like it's supposed to be the root. But it's a Twizzler.
You pulled out a Twizzler, yeah.
It was like some like the candy that we gotten earlier.
It meets the words of
Yeah.
the spell, damn it.
My wand is a piece of licorice now. So that's it. I cast haste on Ripper, and if I can, I'll move behind like Ripper in like a safe distance away from this brute.
Yeah,
This half orc. Yeah.
you can do
That'll
so.
it for me.
Yeah, I'll say like given your marching, or like, can you guys quickly just define like where you guys are? Like, you can go ahead and move your tokens. You should have permission to do
Do we
so.
have tokens
a
on
map.
this map?
Oh God, did I not?
Let's say
I
we're
moved
staring at the map.
No, you haven't moved up.
I just didn't
Just,
move you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. That makes
Oh,
more
there
sense.
we go.
That's my bad. That's my bad.
Yes.
Okay, let's organize here.
5, 10, 15.
Okay, let's like, can we just like doodle the edges of the arena here, or is it just this whole map?
10,
Just
You
make
can
it
go
a
ahead and
square.
doodle it. It's fine. I
5,
just didn't think it
10,
was really necessary.
15,
I'm just trying to
20,
figure out where the walls
25.
are.
30. So
It's
yeah,
60
you're-
by 60, so here, let me. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Like up to here, where I'm current would be the size of the whole ring.
Okay, someone just someone delete the giant purple circle and redraw.
Yeah,
it.
no, the 60 is the 60 is the diameter, not the radius.
Here we go.
There you go.
Someone draw a circle.
Do it.
Close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay, now we just have
All
to
right.
move into the circle.
Okay. Yep.
Let's get
I-
it with haste.
I am between friends. Which means whichever one is the orc is like right in front of Nisa.
Yeah. So you guys are probably like on the other end, so like here to make it the full 60 feet, because you have to dash to get to you, right?
Awesome.
Isaac, can you add me to the tracker, please?
Sorry, what?
Add us to
We're
the.
not on the tracker.
None of us are on the initiative tracker.
Okay, weird, because you're on the initiative tracker I have here. Give me 1 second. Boop. Is that not?
No, you have to delete the ones that are there and re-add the ones we can see.
Dang it. Okay.
Yeah, I've done that mistake too, Isaac. Don't worry about it.
Everyone does it at least once.
Curse you!
Curse you, roll 20.
Here we go.
Okay, I got a 7. I'm just gonna throw myself on there.
Oh man, I get +2 AC.
Why do you get +2 AC?
I have haste.
Oh, right.
You do get haste.
Oh yeah, do you need any other information about haste, or you good?
No, I'm pretty sure I have that down.
Yeah,
I've played enough.
She played a Vengeance Paladin. She knows exactly how haste works.
Oh, yeah.
We know. We've been new. I played Sorcerer's Violence just for the express purpose of being able to, like, dual cast haste. Alright. So, Orc Boy is right there. So, where do you want to move, Lillian?
I didn't realize we were at the edge of the thing already.
Yeah, you're on the edge. Everyone's
But you're
stuck
not.
at the edge.
No one's in your zone of control though, so you could move like left,
Yeah.
I put myself against the wall.
squeezing.
Yes, that's a rule.
That is a rule.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
There is rules for that. I don't know if that gives you any penalties or not, though. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it.
Yeah, you know what, allow it. I'll just do it.
Honestly, yeah, just do it. I don't think it'll cost you anything.
Like, my back's straight up against the wall, and I have my Wand of Licorice out ready for a spell, and I didn't realize it was Licorice. And
Right.
that's it. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Sounds good. Alrighty.
Here you go,
So
just
you're
in
gonna
case
end
you
there?
actually want to
Anything else?
know. That's a link to what squeezing actually entails in this game.
Gracias. So yeah, there's nothing else you want to do, Lillian?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we're moving on. It is now the human knight's turn, and she is going to run forward the 30. So I'm just going to double check that. There we go. Close enough. Alrighty. And yeah, since she can't really make it to any of you, going to instead like drop her sword onto the floor and whip out a crossbow on her back, and she's going to fire at you, Lillian.
She has
She has
disadvantage.
She does have disadvantage, yes. That's good because the highest roll on that was a 20, and the lowest roll on that was a 1.
How many attacks is she making?
She's just making the 1.
I will... Oh, okay.
She's having to actually follow the loading rules on the crossbow.
Exactly.
Surprise!
And I think the crossbow just fucking broke.
So you can hear a
In that
visual
one.
twang
Worse.
as, like, the sinew breaks.
Worse than that, though, as she's loading the bolt onto the crossbow and it breaks, you see that Rainier's magic is perhaps stronger than he even intended, as the metal on the crossbow begins heating up as well. It was cast on her person. Everything on her person. So as her finger moves to pull the trigger, it burns her hand as well, and the crossbow just completely shatters, and she will take an additional D8 of damage.
Damn, that's metal.
Yes, it is.
She takes 4 points fire damage.
Nice.
Damn it, when you're so into D&D, you can't even eat.
I haven't even
Forgot
gone
you guys.
and I haven't even went to get my food yet.
Okay.
Gotta wait for my turn.
So it is now Ripper's turn.
Ripper will intensify, and there will be rage that happens, and I'm gonna do my first... I'm gonna do a hasted attack to knock down the orc in front of Nisa, so he needs to make a athletics or dexterity acrobatics check.
Athletics or dexterity? Okay, he is going to make an athletics check. 1 second.
He's gonna need to beat a 26.
He's probably not going to be able to do it, but like just for the sake of trying, let's give it a go. Yeah, he definitely don't beat that.
So, yeah, Lillian casts Intensify on Ripper, and then I just immediately kick this guy's legs out from under him, and he falls straight onto his ass and then on his back. And then I'm going to continue my onslaught forward. Ronir seems to be able to handle this guy, so I'm just gonna, like, zip around. Comb tool this.
Pretty sure it's like 80 feet of movement, right?
Oh, I can get here and come back.
Want to see me do
Why
it
did you go
again?
there? Go back.
So
Do you want to see me run to that hill? Do you want to
there's
see me do it again?
there's just like a small plume of sand as Ripper takes off, and then I'm gonna grab this elf. I want to grab her chain shirt and like start pulling it over her head like in a real fight.
Yeah.
Ripper's being a bully.
I'm gonna do it. Would you like a grapple check or something
I
for
would like a
that?
grapple check for that, yes.
All right, let's do it. Oh, nat 20.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wow.
I don't even bother with a roll. Just negative strength, so like...
And then let's see, I have some more movement, so I'm gonna drag her. Let's see, I've got. Okay, I can get back to here.
Is
So
she now
we're
considered blinded?
maybe. So I'm gonna
I'll
drag
say
her
no
back
just because she
here.
can see through the bits of the chain.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Valid.
she's getting dragged back here with me with the rest of my movement. And then I'm gonna use my second attack to like swing her into the other crossbow person down here as an improvised
Alright.
weapon.
I will allow that.
I will. Can I recklessly swing her butt into her friend?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we're doing it.
I'd say you can recklessly beat a bitch with another bitch.
I will. Oh
That
yeah.
sounds like
Do
pretty
it.
reckless already, like...
It's so good. Let's see, improvised. Yeah, that's gonna be well over a 20 to hit.
Yeah, just fuck her up.
It's happening.
Okay, so
Let's
you're
go,
hitting this
man.
person with this person. Where is this person ending up?
Probably around here.
Like here. I imagine just like swings for like in an arc from like here to here.
Yes.
Okay, that works for my intentions.
Oh, good. Okay. I need to do damage, but things kind of hurt my head right now. I want to. Does my rage, like zealot bonus damage, does that apply to improvised weapon?
I will say it does not apply to an improvised weapon. In this
Okay.
case, because your improvised weapon is a person.
You can't
would
channel
be
your
funny,
divine power
though.
through a person.
If it's
can I,
alive,
like-
it can't be channeled through.
Can we burn her tushy because this bitch's plate is on fire?
I'll say like she can take an extra D4 of fire damage for like
Oh,
the
yeah.
brief contact of impact.
Oop,
We
damn it.
doing it. That 1 point of extra fire damage, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be. Plus,
She looks slightly
Two.
sunburned.
so that's gonna be 10 points of bludgeoning damage as I slam her ass into a hot metal lady,
She a little tan.
and that will be the end of my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. That was a solid turn. It is now Nisa's turn.
Alright, so with my turn, this dude is on the ground, so he has disadvantage on attacking me, so I'm gonna abuse that a little bit, or at least attempt to, by moving over here and provoking an opportunity attack, if he wants to take it.
He will take that. Yes, he will go for that.
So he has disadvantage on that.
He has disadvantage on it.
Yeah, because he's on the ground and I'm not.
Right. With disadvantage, he gets a 15.
Okay, that'll still hit. Roll it out.
Yep. Second. Here you are. That will deal 10 points of slashing damage as he sweeps his great axe.
Alright, so I get clipped by that and take some damage, but I'm going to get over here, and I am now within 10 feet of everybody. So I am going to release the symbiote and gain 20 points of temporary HP.
Be-
And now everything around me, as I become covered in the sort of the green gelatinous material as the symbiote takes shape, everything that starts its turn within 10 feet of me has to make a Constitution saving throw. So anything, so that as soon as this bitch starts her turn, like she'll have to save.
Got it.
And
Constitution
then
save.
as my bonus action, I will activate Shillelagh on my weapon, and that is the end of my turn.
Sounds good. Okay, so she has to make that con save throw.
Let me get the DC on that. DC is 15.
It doesn't matter. She failed. She rolled a 1.
Okay, I think this is the first time I've actually hit someone with this, so I gotta go make sure I read exactly what this is supposed to do. Okay, it's supposed to do... it costs my reaction, that's fine. So she started within 10 feet, so I will use that, so that's my reaction. It must save on a con save or take damage from... Okay, so it's a D4, so she has to take a D4 of necrotic damage. That is going to be 2.
4 of necrotic damage. Okay. Alright. So she takes that necrotic damage. Is there anything else?
Nope, that's all that... I believe it's... Let me make sure that's all that happens to her. I think it is. I'm going to double check. Let me get the book out. Like I said, I don't think I've ever successfully hit someone with that. It never works.
First time for everything.
Let's see. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there, you can use a reaction to deal a d4 of necrotic damage to that creature unless it saves. Okay, yeah, no, it's just damage.
Does that
Alright.
increase as you level?
Yes.
Have you hit any thresholds?
No, the next threshold is 6.
Okay.
So that's it.
Perfect. Okay, so now that it's her turn, having taken all this damage, she'll look at oh, you move, so you let go of her, Ripper, when you toss her into her friend?
No, I just like slammed her butt into it. I'm still holding onto the shirt.
Okay, no, I'm just wondering because there's like currently like you're 10 feet apart, so is she like
We are.
Right.
No,
So
I think you're desynced. Like they're both standing next to each other, like right here.
Oh, okay. I think I'm just desynced then. I don't know why.
I might just have to
Okay.
refresh the page. I think you're desynced.
Weird. Anyways, so, as you're still grabbing her by her shirt, she grabs you by both of your arms and says, "Give me a hug."
Oh boy.
And she's going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Holy frick.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Divine Cuisinart intensified.
So yes, that will basically affect everybody except besides one accidentally. That'll affect pretty much everybody except for Rainier and Lillian. So I'm just gonna double check. So y'all gotta make a Wisdom saving throw, Ripper and Nisa.
Oh hey, I'm supposedly good at these. We'll see.
We'll see. I'm not.
Okay,
No, I didn't pass that.
I got a 26.
Okay, you definitely passed that. And Ripper, what did you get?
3.
3. Okay, you do not pass that.
I'm so shocked and offended.
Alrighty here. So, Ripper, you shall take 15 points of radiant damage. And Nisa, you shall take half of that, so you round down for damage, right?
I think so.
So 7. Okay. She will end her turn there, and we are back to the top of the rounds. Rainier.
Alright. You take damage if you enter the if you enter Spirit Guardians, correct?
Yes.
Yes, you do, my precious little papusa.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and invoke my bonus action to hit the armored lady with another D8 of fire damage.
Be right
That's
back.
gonna be 2 points.
How much?
2 points.
2 points, okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and move around here, and I'm gonna style on this
Oh,
orc with some flourishes.
Oh man, he's
I'm gonna
still
get-
prone, by the way.
By the
Oh,
way,
fantastic.
Elf Chick is now bloodied.
Nice.
Alright, good to know. Alright, so I have advantage on that, yeah?
Yes,
Yep.
girlfriend. You
So
did.
that's a 23 for the first hit.
Oh yeah, he gets it.
Second hit is going to be a 16.
16.
Yes.
All right. I think that'll definitely hit.
Okay, so that does I'm going for a defensive flourish. So
Okay.
we'll see how the bonus damage is going to be 7 points of slashing damage, which is what boosts my AC by.
Okay.
And then the sword damage comes out to 6 and 6, so it's 12, 18, so a total of 25 points of slashing damage, I believe.
God damn, girlfriend.
As Ronir literally becomes like a Beyblade of death spinning around against the wall, hooking and tearing into the half-orc's pecs.
You lose like 1 style point for reminding me that Beyblade exists, but otherwise pretty cool. All right. So up next it is Lillian. Oh wait, no, I'm wrong. Sorry. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Rainier, though?
I believe I've utilized everything I can this turn. So I'm
Okie
good.
dokie. So it is now the orc's turn, and he is going to use half his movement to get back up, so he's no longer prone. I'm just gonna remove that real quick. Oh, thank you. Beat me to it. And he'll breathe through his nose. And he's going to begin striking against you, Rainier, and he's
Okay.
going to do so recklessly.
All right, he better. He needs a 20. He needs to hit a 23 to hit me.
Wow.
He's gonna try, and he also has multi-attack, so he's gonna try twice. He has to beat a what now?
23.
23. One of those will hit,
Wow.
because it was a nat 20.
Okay. Well, he had to roll a nat 20, so I'll take that.
Yeah. Yeah, girl, sorry. But the damage, though... Oh, wow, that's garbage damage. You'll take 10 points of slashing damage. In total.
I'll take that. I will happily take that.
Yeah, he rolled a 1 in his damage. Like, honestly, it could have been so much worse.
No, I believe it. I know how badly he should have crit bonus.
I mean, that was with the crit bonus.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know how bad it could be.
Okay, with that, he will pretty much have nothing else to do. He's a fairly one-note character. Lillian, is there anything you'd like to do as you're squeezing up tits first against this wall?
Give my tits a rest, and I would move over yonder.
Very good. Very, very good time to adjust your bust before it combusts.
Yep, exactly.
Hakuna
And
Matata.
speaking of combustion, as I'm like passing by, I'll take a shot at this square at the bloodied elf with a firebolt.
All right. Yes, you may do so.
I realize that it's a piece of licorice in my hand, so I'd start to chew on that like a cigar as I
Right.
make my attack roll. Oh no, natural 1.
Oh no. Oh,
Would you like to
no,
think of something?
No,
You'd like
wait,
me
Daniel has
to?
the inspiration.
No, I don't. He has the inspiration.
Daniel
No,
has
no,
the
no.
inspiration.
There are bigger
You
fish.
do.
I know there are bigger fish.
There are bigger
You-
fish to fry.
You try
Would
to
you
light
like to?
you try to light the licorice stick as if it were actually a cigar, but you end up like shooting the firebolt at the roof.
Yep.
It turns out that like twigs are made out of like a flammable compound.
Yeah, they are. And it's like, oh my god, and I had to use like prestidigitation as my action instead to fully like de-fire the situation.
All right. Yes,
But,
you have basically no more. So
yeah.
basically, you will have no more action economy besides your movement, which also means
Yeah,
no
so
reaction.
I'll just get there, that's it.
Okay, sounds good. It is now the human knight's turn. She will take the fire damage, which I will let you roll out, Rainier.
She doesn't. She only takes after the first bit of damage. I have to use a bonus action to invoke it.
Okay. Okay.
She still has
okay.
disadvantage and stuff, but the damage after the initial 2d8 has to be burnt with my bonus action.
Got it. Okay. In which case, she will go ahead and use something called leadership. So she will utter a special command under her breath, and what do you call it? All of her friends feel a surge of inspiration coming from her, as she then lifts her sword into the air, cheering as the crowd goes wild, and will bring her great sword down on you, Ripper.
She has regular attack roll because I'm reckless and she is burning.
Yeah. So she will attack twice. And I'm going to assume both will hit because the lowest is an 18.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take you and you out. No, dice! No! No! Oh, she's gone to the winds. I'll never find her. Okay. The first blow will deal... Bad at math. 9 points of slashing damage. Second one will deal 10 points of slashing damage, as her great sword carves into you, once across the chest and one through the leg. All right,
It's
and
pitiful.
it's nothing for you. All right, she will end her turn there. Don't forget that you also can technically with your. I'm assuming you're using the magic gauntlets I gave you last time.
Yeah, I got the temp HP.
Okay, just wondering. Yeah.
No, we good.
Okay. Alrighty. So, Ripper, it is now your turn. That was nothing for you.
Okay, so I'm going to lay into this bitch with the Spirit Guardians.
Ripper also
recklessly.
Ripper has to make a Wisdom saving throw. He's still in the Spirit Guardians.
That is true.
That's true. Don't worry, Oh, actually, I might not fail that up. That's a 19.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You will only take half, and I'll go ahead and tell me what you're doing, and I'll give you the damage after.
Okay, I'm gonna be making attacks against her until she is not conscious. So, recklessly attacking, the first one is... Wow, I rolled 2 5s, really? 12? Probably does not hit.
No, it does not hit her, unfortunately.
Alright, we try again. Much better. 25.
That'll definitely hit.
Let's see. We'll just start with damages on these. 10 points of... Oh, excuse me. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. This is a +1 weapon. And then she's going to take 5 points of radiant damage as well. So altogether, that's what, 16?
16.
And she needs to do her concentration check on her spell.
21. Oh, you're doing it against Elf Lady?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Now
the one with the Spirit
you
Guardians.
finish her off. How do you finish her off?
Oh, well, good. I've got her by the shirt still, and I'm just gonna, like, start punching her, like, kidneys. I'm going for the kidneys. The first one gets kind of, like, caught up on the other bitch's greatsword, but then I get the final blow in, and it just, like, bam.
As you knock her right in the abdomen, she goes flying from the force of the blow and lands in the sand, skidding along it before her head lightly taps against the fence. You can hear Terry announce to the cheering crowd, "Ooh, I hope she wasn't an organ donor." All right, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I've got some more attacks to do, but do you have that Spirit Guardians damage?
Spirit Guardians is 10. You will take the 10.
Okay.
Wow, she rolled well.
Yeah, 10 is what you'll take. It's already
After
been
having, got it.
Yeah, she rolled really
Okay,
well on that.
so those were my 2 regular attacks. I'm going to turn to the lady in plate now, and we're going to keep attacking. This will be my hasted attack, and that's also going to be a 25 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
We're moving up in the world because we're riding the bull. Let's see. That's going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to make an offhand attack on her.
That's 26.
I will do this. And that is going to be a 23 to hit.
That'll let me hit.
And that, let's see, that goes up to now to a d10. It's very
Oh,
exciting.
The damage upgrade is like once per turn.
Is
not
that once per turn? Okay, it wasn't specified.
Sorry, no, that's my bad.
Oh, that's okay, because I just rolled the full 8. Fuck this bitch. So that's going to be total 11. 11 points of bludgeoning damage again, as I just punch her, like, one in each titty.
She's definitely not looking so great as the plate armor like caves in a little bit from the blows.
Dude, that's going to be, like, lingering discomfort.
Oh, yeah, no, they're just poking up against her titties now. It's not fun.
Extra heat metal damage.
Ooh!
Oh no.
Too far. That's in the Fatal Handbook.
Yeah, that's not a fate I would request on even my worst foe.
All right.
And
is there
then
anything
I
else you'd like to
think-
do?
Oh, I want to move around just to be threatening in all squares here.
Control everything.
Within the area of control.
Yes.
All right, so you can definitely rest your laurels there.
That was the
And
end of
we're
my
gonna
turn.
We're gonna move on to Nisa.
Okay, so it's back to my turn. My reaction has been reset, so I gotta remember that. Now I will. Ronir seems to have this under control for a moment, so I'm just gonna try to help Ripper deal with this chick. So we're gonna wield the scythe and try to booming blade her, which will be a 17 to hit.
That'll not hit.
Wow.
Oh, plate
She's in
armor.
plate.
Damn.
Okay, see, do I have anything fun to do as a bonus action? I don't think so, not really, so that's the end of my turn.
That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Ooh.
All right, Priest Girl is down and out. So we're at the top of the rounds. Rainier.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to skirt around the orc. And I just need to read this text on my thing just so I can understand.
Oh,
It's,
actually, Ronir, you missed out on
Did you mark
reaction.
someone? Did you mark someone?
I forgot to declare the mark, so
Oh,
we'll
okay,
do
yeah,
it this round.
I didn't know. Okay.
Forgot it.
I will remember that next time. Okay, so it says for slashing flourish. In 5 feet of me. Okay, yeah, that does work the way that I want it to. Good. Okay, then. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attack the orc again, this time whirling around to attack him from his backside.
Okay.
And I'm going to slashing flourish. So that does that not only does hit him for extra damage, but it also hits a target it hits an extra target within 5 feet of me, which will naturally be the armored woman.
Obviously. Okay.
So I'm going to roll my attacks on the barbarian.
Yep.
Let me see. The first one will definitely hit, and the second one is barely not a critical fail. So the one that hits is a 23.
Definitely hits.
So I will do. They both take 2 extra points of slash damage, and he is going to take a total of 7 points of slashing damage.
7.
God, that
okay.
sucked. Damage die dropped the ball on that one.
The orc kind of laughs as your swords, just barely graze him. And he goes, 1 out of 10 drows have performance issues.
That's rather insightful, rather insightful, Mister. As I go ahead and I cast the bonus action, flexing on the armored woman to burn her again for another D8 of fire damage, which comes out to 3 points of fire damage.
3 points.
And that's my turn.
You could almost say that was a good burn.
No, it wasn't.
You're no fun. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, I've utilized all of my actions.
Okie dokie. It is now the orc's turn, and he is going to swing his axe at you, good sir.
Okay.
So one does not hit, but the other one is a modified 20.
Okay.
That'll be 11 points of slashing damage.
Oof, that definitely hurts.
Yes.
Okay,
The big
I'm good
fat
still.
axe
I'm
comes
bloodied, but I'm good still.
down. Right. Alrighty, so he will not do anything else. There's not really anything else he can do. And next up is Lillian.
Neither of the enemies are bloodied.
She's bloodied. Sorry, I forgot to say.
Good.
And the other guy is very close.
All right, I'm gonna attack the knight, and I'm gonna just hurl a firebolt because I still have concentration. I can't really do much. Actually, no. Let's make it a magic missile with the attack rolls. With
Yes,
the flot.
Yes. Yes,
So I'm
do
gonna.
so.
I believe at first level 3, so I have to make 3 attack rolls for each bolt because that's
Yep.
different now.
Yep.
So 3 attack rolls is going to be 17. I know that misses.
Yep.
A 21, and the last one is a 14. So only one of them.
Only
hit.
one of those hits. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Which is going to be for 3 points of force damage to her,
Okay.
and because at least one of them hit, I believe each dart. Oh no, it's 1d6 plus level now.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
is true.
scratch that. Let me just re-roll because I rolled a d4 instead.
It's fine. It's fine. Even
Okay,
I
so-
kind of forgot.
8 points of damage. Wow, that's strong.
Oh God.
Yeah, because it's plus my level. So I rolled a 3 and a 5. So that's 8 points of damage, and it continues to take a d4 of damage for the next 3 rounds of combat. So that's it for me. I'm just going to move further away to the opposite side,
Okay.
and that'll be my
so.
turn.
Okay. She's barely hanging on there.
Good. And she's essentially poisoned, and I'll tell you when she takes more damage.
Exactly. All right. So it is now her turn. She's definitely not looking so good, but she's going to make a
Constitution
strike
save.
against.
She has to make a
Right.
Constitution saving throw.
The reaction.
She probably won't make that. That's like a 12.
Yeah, she doesn't make that, so she takes 4 points of necrotic damage.
How do you melt her?
She goes to do whatever it was she was about to do. I don't know if she was going to attack Ripper or what, but she starts to do something. But Nisa kind of puts out a hand, and that the arm just sort of like stretches over to her and like taps her on the shoulder. And as she turns around, like she gets bopped in the head with the scythe from the other side.
All right. That sends her down and out as she gets smacked in the head, twirls around, and just collapses onto the floor. Down and out. It is now only the orc left. All right. So she doesn't even get a turn. So that means we move on. Ripper. There's only one left.
Ripper attack recklessly.
Yes.
So I'm going to. That's a 19 to hit on the first attack.
19 to hit. That'll definitely hit.
And I would like to mark this target.
Yes.
Alrighty then.
So let's see. As I punch him in the face, as he just insulted Ronir, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth, and he's gonna take 12, 13, 15 points of bludgeoning damage and 5 points of radiant damage.
So 20 in total. Okay.
And then Ronir, if you would like to insult him, please.
Yes.
So
I'm
he's
going to
very
get.
much beyond bloodied.
I'm going to get his face. You got knocked. I'm going to channel my inner Chris Tucker. So you got knocked out.
All right. So he
Wisdom
has to make
save.
a wisdom saving throw. He'll fail it. So give me that
Awesome.
damage.
So I think I rolled 2d4 now. So
Yep.
I get max and minimum damage. So that's 5 points of psychic damage total.
5 points. Okay. He's still going strong, but he's really not looking so good. Ripper, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to keep punching his mouth
All right, keep going.
Think about those big
recklessly,
teeth
and
that
then
you
I
get.
crit him.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I'm going for those big orc teeth here.
Yep.
Let's see. That is going to do. That's math is so hard. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
You want to finish him.
So I punch him in the mouth, and then Ronir does his psychic damage thing, and as the orc is standing there, like, making the face that people do when they just eat lemons. And then I'm gonna punch him square in the mouth again and send one of his orc teeth flying over towards Lillian.
Nice. One of his orc teeth just goes soaring into the air and right at you, Lillian. I want you to give me a dex saving throw to see if you can catch it.
Let's see. Oh no, this is bad. I'm gonna be. It's like one of those baseball games where it's like it goes out. I'm not gonna catch it, but the kids are.
Are
Oh
you
shit!
sure?
A crit.
Yes!
Oh shit!
Lillian, you can add to my Teefs collection.
OP.
Not only
Ew.
did you catch the tooth, but you found out it's a 2-for-1 deal and that there's a second tooth in there too.
Oh yeah. Is it also gold plated?
This one is, yes. You imagine this tooth is probably worth like 10 gold pieces.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh man, a tip.
That's it. Alrighty. Very well done, everybody. You've managed to conquer yet another encounter. As Terry announces, to the entire crowd, like, they're fierce, they're terrifying, they're the winners of yet another round. Ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, give it up for the new champions of the ring. As the crowd goes wild, Terry smiles at all of you and motions for you all to join them again in their booth up top.
I will get there first because I still have haste.
Nice.
Leaves behind like a dust cloud in the sand.
And then I'll remember and go back for my friends and bring them.
Now, this is also the first time that Lillian's ever casted haste, so she's like doing some documentation and side effects on like Ripper. Ripper's the guinea pig. This is the humanoid trials.
As Lillian is like writing all of this down on a notepad, like Ripper comes back, hefts her over their shoulder and just neumes back up the stairs. Lillian never stopped writing.
I'm also waiting for the crash.
Meanwhile, Lillian, you will document that there are like specks of spittle just like flying out of my mouth.
And like your tongue's hanging out like a dog out a window.
Yes.
All right. So eventually, you all join them up back in join them back up in Terry's booth, where Terry begins clapping for you all. Well done, lovelies. And of course, the prize money, as promised. Inside this bag, you find 200 gold pieces, 50 for each of you.
Oh,
Awesome.
Yes.
That's more than last time.
Add. Add.
That is very helpful. Awesome.
Yes. Well, as always, this ring is always open for you. Whether you want another round now, or if you're stopping by Haven again, we'd be more than happy to host you.
I have to document my orc tusk. It's important.
1
Yep.
orc test, 2 orc tests, 3 orc tests.
10GP2. Make sure to note that.
When you guys look down, you just see like some of the staff dragging the bodies of the defeated opponents out of the ring, and they kind of just moan and cry while they're unconscious.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
did Lillian give me the gold tooth?
Yeah, I would. I would tell you, Ripper. Look what I caught.
There's still a little bit of like gristle stuck on the root.
Gristle. Yum.
I'll put it back in your hand and close your hand over it. It feels kind of squishy on one end because of that.
I smile and try not to think about it. But you never know when you might need a tooth for a spell reagent.
Right. You never know.
All right. So what would you folks like to get up to next?
What? What was that,
Rest.
Jimmy?
Rest.
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 So you want to head back to the inn?
I want
Yeah,
more
that sounds like a good
popcorn
plan.
Wait, sorry, Ripper. What was that?
I want more popcorn before we leave because
you can
I
take as much
have
popcorn
the
as you
free
want, man.
popcorn coin.
Yes. You can take as much popcorn as you want. You are honored guests here.
Yay.
Oh.
So, let's see. The other thing we were supposed to do is I was supposed to meet people, which I don't know where that was supposed to occur. Or if we're just gonna
They
go
said
to
the old hideout.
Oh, so back at the docks again.
Yeah.
I should probably actually do that.
Yeah. You're welcome to bring your friends along as well if you like, or you can just go alone. It's up to you.
I don't think I'm gonna stay particularly long. I don't want to, because I assume this is the second day, so we're leaving like in the morning.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm not gonna stay there terribly long. I'm just gonna see what's up. So it's up to the party if they're following or if they're just gonna go sleep.
You're still in disguise, right?
I'm currently still in disguise.
Well, I'd ask you, should I bring a disguise, Nisa?
Should you bring a disguise? They don't know you. Oh, and I'm not going to stay in disguise when I get there.
I have an idea.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna reach in my bag and get out the pink ribbon from my ribbon set, and I'm gonna tie your hair up.
Who?
Lillian, it's your disguise.
Contest me in a grapple, bitch!
I will. Bring it.
I'm going to assist Ripper in this endeavor.
The hell?
Oh, yes, help action.
You have help action.
7.
Come on, Lily. Try the ribbon.
I'm so glad. I have no modifiers, but I got a 15 on acrobatics.
I got a 22 on my athletics.
I'm done. I'm restrained. I'm blinded by the ribbon as well.
You try to slip out of Ripper's grasp, but then you immediately feel two hands on your shoulders push you back down, and you are now face to face into Lizardfolk chest.
You hear from from the crowd like, "Hey guys, another match is going on."
In the top right corner of all your screens, it says Lillian will remember this.
or in the top right of the corner, it's like it's like, careful, your actions will have consequences.
Yep. All right. So I have a pink ribbon, and now I look like a 5-year-old.
You already looked like a 5-year-old.
Hey.
Sorry.
I represent that remark.
Yes, you do. Anyways, it's up to you all if you're going. I'm going. I'll be back.
I go with friend.
I've got your back, Nisa.
Yeah. We're always here for you.
I'm not expecting there to be a fight, but that would kind of.
Nobody now. We always get in a fight.
That's true, but it shouldn't be
Yeah,
true
besides-
for this case.
Besides, you've had a long day. If anything happens, you're gonna need all our help.
Anyways, alright, so we're gonna go to that and see just what this entails. What time is it anyways? That's the real question.
It'll probably be like 8-9 p.m. at this point.
Yeah, so we're definitely not staying long, because I'm sure the Guardians are gonna be like, we gotta go at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
The sun's not even up yet.
All right. So, yeah, you guys head back to the old hideout and to Nisa. Remembering where you guys used to do your business, you would remember that the entrance to the main area, like the main living area, in the old hideout is a cellar door on the side alley of the building.
Alright, so I'm gonna head to that and try to go in and see if So I guess I'll see if I hear anybody, see if anyone's actually showed up.
As you walk towards the cellar door, you hear the gentle pluckings of a lute coming from inside the from just beyond the cellar doors, and you hear a soft voice coming from inside, singing gentle songs about days long gone. You recognize this voice as an old ally of yours. Her name was Gretchen, and she was one of the runners for the scheme and the counterfeit operations your group used to run.
Okay, so I'll open the door and head down, and I'll lose my disguise as I head down here. You also hear the munching of popcorn. Because Ripper's probably directly behind my head.
Uh-huh.
Munch, munch, munch.
The sounds of popcorn are a little bit lost on the thunk, thunk, thunk of big lizard feet on the creaky stairs, the creaky wooden stairs. All right. As you walk down, it's pretty much fairly similar to what you remember it as. An underground space, a few beds tucked against the walls, and a room lit by a gentle candle flame. Inside, you see 3 people from your past. The gentleman you already met, Patch, and Gretchen and Gregor. Twins, half-elf twins specifically, with dark black hair, something that is often taboo in elven society. You remember that they were cast out for their half-elf heritage from Elysinia, and made their way over to Andalasia a long time ago to try and start a new life. The 2 of them stop for just a moment as they see you. Getting up, Gretchen stops playing on her lute, as the 2 of them look rather shocked. But immediately they make their way over to you, Nisa, and pull you into a hug. Gregor claps his hand on your back. Huh. So Patch was right. You are here. You are alive. Damn, girl, we thought you were dead. Sorry.
Well, considering, my house burned down and I disappeared at the same time, it was reasonable to assume that they'd taken me too, but... No,
Gretchen... Sorry, you go.
No, I had to run because I didn't know exactly what was happening, other than that people were breaking in and trying to stab me to death.
Gretchen puts a hand on your shoulder. We aren't so sure what went on either. The 3 of us are... Well, we're all that's left. Well, 4 of us now.
I was running for Costa del Sol. I almost made it too before I got caught up in, well, worse things.
Costa del Sol. Land of the rich. You would want to go there, you bougie bitch.
Well, I wouldn't have been able to afford it, but it's, better than dying, but, well, running with a far different crew now.
Patch walks up, his short stature making him even more noticeable in the group somehow. Yes, I spoke a little bit about your new crew, but never actually met them before.
I smile and wave.
Scoots to the side to show let everyone else in to the scene here.
Patch reaches up a big meaty hand towards all of you. Patch! And this is Gretchen and Gregor. Old friends of Gurley over here.
Ripper is still shoveling popcorn into his mouth and picking hulls out of his teeth, and then he'll reach out with the mouth hand and shake his hand.
You get butter all over his hand, but he doesn't seem to mind.
I examine Patch. Is there an obvious reason to why they call him Patch?
You aren't entirely sure, but you might think it is the god-awful Soul Patch that just refuses to not be noticed, and for all the wrong reasons.
Flavor saver.
You get plus 10 approval from him. Even as everyone else in the room, like, cries on the inside.
Lisa's just, like, laughing. It's like, who do you think gave him that name?
Hey, I think it looks rather good on me, don't you think? What about you? He points to you, Rainier. This one looks like he's knows a thing or two about fashion.
I mean, he kind of reminds me of my old mentor. He also had a soul patch.
Is that a good thing?
Wise men typically wear such luxurious facial hair.
He smiles. I'm wise. You hear that, girlie? At least someone here has listened to my advice.
Wise in the ways of bullshittery, maybe?
Can't help it if I've got a talented tongue.
Amongst other things.
Gregor will go ahead and make his rounds or he'll leave for a second and then begin making his rounds to all of you as he begins handing off bottles of what you probably think is booze to all of you. It's pretty much confirmed where as soon as you, like, lift it anywhere near the vicinity of the face, you can smell just, like, the product of many corn subsidies. This is basically just pure ethanol.
Woo, that's strong.
I take a smell of it, and I immediately double down for Nisa, so I give it to her.
Your face is red for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, I don't think you're quite built for this, Lillian.
Yeah. And despite sorry, go.
I'm gonna down some of it.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Here we go.
Do it.
That is a 7.
Yeah. No, hun. No. No. So you gonna be a bit drunk.
Ooh, that's the good stuff there.
I'll pass Gretchen one of those, like, the ancient wine we got out of that monastery because we stole like a 6-pack of that.
Gretchen has her arms crossed over her chest as she looks you up and down as you pass one to her. She'll take one and say, "Hey, remember how I had that no touching rule?"
You remember how I never respected it?
She puts an arm around your waist and pulls you in. "I missed you too, you slut."
See? I guess I'm not the only one who thinks that.
Oh, come on now. It's not that bad.
As you move in closer, Gretchen immediately glowers at you, part of her face hidden by some of her hair. "No touching."
That's not what she told the tiefling that one night.
Oh, do we have to talk about that?
Yes, we have to, because it's good times.
Gretchen looks over at you. "Oh my god, slut."
I was drunk. We were in where the fuck were we even? Brion's
Brion's
right?
Landing.
Yeah, we all get drunk. What do you think we're doing now, slut?
Rainier passes the ethanol to Ripper.
I will finish Ronier's, and then, like, as whoever it was that was handing it out
Gregor
gives it to me, I'm gonna trade him for a handful of popcorn.
He like looks down, like hesitantly hold out his hand to receive the popcorn.
Yes.
As he dump it in his hand, half of it ends up on the floor.
I'm just looking at him like, don't question it. Just deal with it.
He just shrugs, lifts it to his face, and you know, that kind of like that sort of like just very hungry popcorn eating where you're just shoveling it into your face and it's just getting everywhere. Yeah, that's basically what's happening.
Nisa just kind of takes a seat and says, "Well, I don't know that any of that stuff at Brion's is really relevant anyways. We'll probably never see that bunch again."
I wouldn't be too sure. You've got a way of getting around there, Nisa. Besides, the real important question here: Was she cute?
Well, of course. Well, I'm not just going to, you know. Anyways, it's.
I mean, I don't know. You said you were. Your friend said you were drunk. We all know how low your standards get when that happens.
Well, speaking of, well, standards, well, I was hoping there'd be more, you know, people that showed up, but I guess everyone's either in jail or dead.
The room takes on a somber mood as the three of them just look around at each other, Patch rubbing the back of his head. I
saw one more of us on the other, you know, really far away, but still not sure if that was real.
Who'd you see?
Someone we all know to be very dead.
Huh. Well,
We were
apparently... Sorry, you go.
we were up in the Strand, and we had to go through several sort of ritual trials to. This is beyond the point. Anyways, we had to do these things, and one of these things, I'm standing in the room as things are happening, and I turn around, and who's standing in front of me, giving me shit, but sly?
The room goes quiet again as everybody just has memories of this amazing individual that used to bring so much joy and laughter into their lives.
I still have no idea if that was real or if that was just the room playing magic tricks on me, but...
Well, maybe one day we'll all see him again. After all, you came back from the dead. Is that right, girlie?
Nisa trying to explain shit to the party, pretty much.
just magic. That's all
Like,
you need.
trying to explain, like, how did I end up in this situation? It's irrelevant. This is what's happening. I didn't come back from the dead. I wasn't dead. I was just missing.
Well, we never found Sly's body, so who knows? At least we never got it back. Upper crust bastards.
Yes, that was the... I admit, that was the part that was, well, not as bothersome as the deaths, but the fact that none of the bodies ever materialized.
Who knows what they're doing with them?
Don't want to think about it.
I don't think any of us want to think about it.
Well,
Besides, today's a day for celebration. To one of our own coming back. And to the bonds of friendship between all of us.
yes.
He lifts up his glass. Sorry, you go.
No, she'll raise one to him as well, but she'll say, "Well, I'm not staying though. I'll be off in the wind again in the morning."
Well, business.
Gretchen, who's still plucking away at her lute. Where are you going then?
We have to go back down to Fairfall. That's where I ended up before when I was trying to get to Costa del Sol. But we have some unfinished business.
Why are you headed to that garbage town?
Because there's something
Hey,
there.
Bernie lets out a drunken hiccup. Fucking demons!
Because there's something very evil underneath that town that would like to come up and kill everyone, but I need to go slam the door in its face.
Like a demon? Gregor points out, pointing at Rainier.
Kind of.
Me? No, I'm a swan.
So, I'm sorry, he gets really annoying when he's drunk.
Oh, he wasn't like... You mean he wasn't like this before?
No, he's not quite this bad normally, but he gets very odd when alcohol is involved. Whereas I usually just pass out and throw up everywhere, but that's beyond the point.
Well, seems like you have found friends in high places. Ain't that right?
Wasn't the goal, but it can be helpful, I suppose.
Huh.
I thought we were doing the job for them because they couldn't do it.
Yes, it's less about being friends and more about all of them seem to be both wealthy and inept.
Well, considering you got the Oracle tailing with you, I'd say quite so.
And just how would you know that?
Nisa, look at who we are. You
Yes,
think anything happens in the city that we don't know about?
Well, yes, but that's... they won't be very pleased to know that that word's got out on that.
If you guys know about the Oracle, is she safe?
Gregor rolls his eyes. Of course she's not safe. She left that stupid ivory tower of hers. Huh.
Well, that
No one is exactly a fan of her.
and
They don't know what she looks like, mercifully. But
and no one in general is really safe when you're in this town. Safety is relative here.
well,
At least on this side of the wall, anyways.
Gretchen rolls her eyes. You know what? Maybe it's a good thing she left that stupid tower. It's about time she learns what it's like for the rest of us. Maybe it's about time she had to slum it with us.
Well, okay, to be fair, it's not really her fault being in the tower. She doesn't really get a choice. She's
All
only
that. Sorry.
she's only out of the tower because we sort of drug her out of the tower.
It's also not just fun and games being Oracle.
Oh, I'm sure it must be so bad on her having to live amongst all of those riches and sleeping in a great bed and not having to go hungry and being chosen by the gods.
Stay shackled by the corrupt and the rich.
Oh boy, he's getting on the soapbox again. He gets
We're
like
all
this.
shackled by the powerful and the rich. Only difference is she gets to do it in luxury.
Well,
The rest of us have to deal with dead friends and family we'll never see again.
I have been inside that tower, by the way. It actually is made of solid gold on the inside. That story's not a lie.
Gregor laughs and slaps his knee. You've been inside. You sold out.
Did you know they pay people to go ahead and clean your arse?
No, we didn't go in there to sell out. We went in there to try and... I went there originally because I was trying to sort of pass off the problem we had acquired with this Fairfall thing to people that should, it's their problem. It's supposed to be a Guardian's problem, not ours, but... And we come to find out the Guardians are sort of stupid.
Inept!
Of course they are, girly. Why do you think every other nation in the world hates them? They only tolerate their presence because no one else wants to have to deal with the filth.
Raunir's going to stumble around to try and find himself more drink.
I will just hand you a bottle, because I'm holding to...
He will take one and nurse it for the rest of the night so that no one has to hear him.
I'm gonna still make you roll a Constitution saving throw.
At disadvantage since I failed the first one?
No, just a regular one.
Okay, that is a 12.
You get a little bit drunker, but you don't straight up pass out.
Alright.
But we've been through a lot of random stuff since I left, from just taking odd jobs to running into Valencian spies to going to Feng Zhao and watching the whole island basically implode on itself.
And meeting the oldest man alive.
Wait, what?
The oldest
Oh,
man.
right, okay.
And striking fear into the hearts of people with the sound of a goose.
Okay, that was at least funny, and caused well, we may have had something to do with that riot on Feng Zhao, but I swear any deaths that occurred were not my fault.
As Gretchen is moving to the back of the room to get another bottle of booze, you hear her shout back at you, "No one knows what you're talking about, slut."
These people do. But yes, we've gotten into a lot of trouble.
Well, sounds like you're still making it out on top there, girlie. And if you don't mind the 2 cents from me, I think it's good you're traveling with the Oracle. Not for you, but for her. I think it's about time someone showed her how the world ran.
We're gonna show her the world.
Well, the other odd thing that's happened since I was gone was, well, how do I even start to explain this?
Didn't you get summoned by a 14th god that no one knew about? Or was it the 13th?
Ah, no, it was 14. Yeah, because 13 is bad luck. That's why they needed a 14th one to round it out.
Yes, apparently there's a 14th deity, and he, she, it, whatever, pretty much directly called me out.
Gender's confusing.
Gretchen rolls her eyes a little bit. Jeez, you abandoned us for how long, and suddenly you're involved in some world-saving scheme and the gods are calling on you?
I don't know if
You
it's so
moved
much.
up.
I don't know if it's so much calling on me. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, it's a good thing. You think you can get me a golden bidet? Always wanted one of those, and apparently I'm not stealing one from the top of the tower in Sanctuary at this point.
Oh no, we stole several things from the tower and Sanctuary.
Did you steal me a golden bidet for my vagina? Because it gets Swamp City down there during the summer, girl.
I'll keep that in mind.
Ripper leaning over to Lillian and asking what a vagina is.
Whatever I'm eating or drinking gets spat out, I guess, on Patch.
It goes out through your nose.
Rodier does the same and falls on his butt laughing.
As Lillian spews it out of her nose and it gets on Rainier, Rainier laughs at just the moment where his mouth goes open and all of it goes inside of Rainier's mouth perfectly.
I'm just sort of trying not to. I'm doing that thing where like you can see like behind me all this chaos erupting, and I'm just like still looking at the NPCs, and I'm just like, you see what I have to deal with every day? This.
Patch just looks at you all. Oh my god. We're all gonna fucking die.
It's at this moment, these are the people that have to save the world.
Anyways, it was good to see who was still around. Hopefully you'll still be in one piece when I come back. If I come back.
We've lived in this city long enough to know how to survive and not let us chew us up and spit us out. Just,
I would have said the same about everyone else, but not all of us fared that well.
Yeah, well, nothing's changed. But do us all a favor. Teach that oracle of yours how the world really runs. Maybe she can do something about it.
We'll see. She doesn't really have as much influence as you'd think, but we'll see how it goes if we all get out of this in one piece.
Aye. You ever think you'll come back and visit us, or you're really gonna make us go to the big city up top and see you there?
No, I don't think I'll be going back to Sanctuary just yet. We have business in Costa del Sol once we're done, and it seems silly to double all the way back up there when we'd be right on the border.
Then, until the next time, girlie, as he lifts up his bottle, to friends present and friends long past. Gretchen and Gregor both lift up their bottles as well before taking a swig.
I would, but I gave mine to Ronier, so I'll just like look at Ronier, who's probably passed out now.
No, Ronier just lifts up his glass from the floor, still stuck on his back.
There we go.
you can just like lean over and just like sip out of Gretchen's.
Stay out of trouble, all of you. Well, relatively out of trouble. I don't want to find any more corpses when I come back.
No promises, girlie. But it was good seeing you again. Even if it was just for a moment.
And with that, we shall drag Ronir up the stairs.
Yes.
No, Ronir's my buddy. I will carry him like an infant.
And I will regain my disguise upon exiting the building, and we will head back to the inn.
Sounds good. And it is also 9. Do you all want to take a break now, or?
Oh,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
All right, we will take our. Oh, we'll take our break, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Be back.
You all head back towards the tavern. As you enter, you hear raucous laughter, and a group of bar patrons gathered all around a group at a table.
Can I see over them to see what's going on?
As you get closer, you can peer over them to find that it's none other than Alessa sitting in the middle of all of these bar people telling crazy stories, and you just hear the tail end of and then he says, "No, dear, why don't you just use the bidet?" As everyone in the bar begins laughing. Kieran is sitting off into the corner playing on his little ukulele as he looks over to all of you and kind of gives like a shrug as he keeps playing.
Like all you can see, like you're kind of looking back at like the camera's like looking back at where Ripper is, like looking over the crowd, and you see like Nisa slowly climbing up Ripper's back to see over the crowd. What is going on in here?
You can see that there is a drink in Alessa's hand, and that's when it kind of hits you. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
What have I done?
As you know, she's enjoying it. She notices all of you. Goes like, hey, everyone, look! These are my friends.
I'm gonna look around and see where are the rest of the Guardians here, or has Alessa managed to like lose them?
The rest of the Guardians are not here. You think that they're probably still dealing with, the situation back up in Hightown. As they probably, just told her to stay put while they dealt with that.
Where's Andromeda in all this? Because she's supposed to be here too.
Andromeda is at the bar just watching this and smiling through her own drink. She looks towards all of you and just shrugs. Hey, I think the girl needs a bit of fun.
I'm surprised to hear that come out of one of you.
Hey, we're not all uptight. Besides,
you'll seem very anti-fun.
Besides, I'm closer to Alessa's age. I know what it's like to be stuck with duty all the time. I might be okay with it, but, well, she wasn't so happy being locked up here in the tavern, so we're making the best of it.
I have candy, so I am being watched. Where did he go? There's a dog stalking around my desk because I have candy.
Here we have a wild dog stalking its prey. It has its sights on candy.
Alright, so we should try to... Andromeda seems to have this handled, and we have a wasted Ronir to put away. Wasted. We should do that and probably get some rest because we're leaving in the morning.
Yeah, no, right? It's not like the Oracle cast spells or anything.
At this, Alessa kind of looks towards all of you and goes, "Hey, no, come on, have a drink with me. We're having such a good time."
Is there like a drink that she's poured for us? Ready?
No.
Oh.
Even though, and she's like on the table, she's just like, "Just take these, drink these." She's not pushing anything towards you. You don't know what she's doing. She just.
I mean, we have our own drinks that we are carrying, so. Like, we still have bottles of, like, fuck you liquor.
Fuck you liquor.
Tastes like diesel.
Tastes like diesel.
And it kicks like a horse.
Okay. But no, you have to have what they have here. Gruglong makes the best appletinis. As you look over to see a half-orc behind the bar waving towards all of you.
That sounds delicious.
It is. Have you ever wondered what, like, an apple would taste like? But, like, in liquid form? Like a liquid apple? Like, I feel like that's a thing already, but, like, what is it called? Apple...
Apple juice.
That's it. Oh my god, you're so smart.
No, I'm just not drunk.
You know they never let me have apple juice at the tower. I fucking hate being the Oracle. At that, the entire bar just goes quiet.
Just ignore her. She's drunk. Just say
Did she just say she was the Oracle?
No,
she's
no,
not
do
the
you really
Oracle.
believe-
She's just a drunk teenager.
Roll me persuasion. Actually, roll me deception.
Deception. Deception. Okay.
Roll strength, flex on these kids.
Flex on these kids. Okay, deception. Hold on. Deception. Where's my deception score? Deception. Oh, there it is. Oh man, I have proficiency in this. Let's go. All right, I got a. What is my score? +6. So that is a 25.
A 25. All right. So the guy kind of sits down and goes, "Oh, yeah, I guess that would be crazy. You know, having the Oracle just come around here." Oh, good. Girl, you really got me running.
I'll say like, very obviously, it's like, yes, it'd be silly for the Oracle to actually come out of her tower, considering most people in this class, you know, hate the Oracle. And I like look at Andromeda like, you need to fix this mess.
As Andromeda kind of just like walks in and just goes, "My friend is just prone to a lot of delusions of grandeur, you know? Oracle in Haven in a bar like this." And the entire bar just erupts into laughter as, you know, all the patrons begin slapping each other on the back. "Ah, an Oracle here, that would be insane. She's probably stuck in her ivory tower drinking, you know, bubbled water and fancy. She wouldn't give a shit about people like us." At hearing this, you see Alessa kind of, her smile just waver a little bit. "Yeah, the Oracle probably just sits on her gold-plated porcelain shit pot and just thinks about all the ways to make our life miserable, or at least doesn't give a shit enough to
I'm trying to like get
change the people that are going to actually make our lives worse."
while the speech is happening, I'm like trying to get Alessa like out of the room. So it's like,
You and
come on,
Andromeda
then.
are both like kind of just have like an arm around either one, like both of her arms, like arms hooked into hers as you're taking her up the stairs, but she's looking back trying to listen to this conversation as everyone's just laughing. "Oh, yeah, and did you hear about what happened in Brion's Landing? Corrupt church, but this one actually got caught, you know? What a surprise. Churches like that are everywhere, just taking money from people, ruining our lives."
Man, these people are vicious right now.
Now imagine what would have happened if you would fail that deception check.
Oh yeah, we would have been in some
Fight the
serious
bar.
shit. We would have had to fight the bar.
Fight the bar. As you get her to her room, Andromeda helps her onto the bed before looking towards you all. I'm assuming you're all just going along with this too, the rest of you?
Yeah, get her tucked in.
Yeah. Alessa looks towards all of you. "I'll try to get her a glass of water." And as she leaves, you can see that Alessa is sitting on the bed and looking down at her hands. "Is that what they really think of me?"
I don't think they think of it as you, because they don't know you. They think of it as the role of the Oracle, which, to my class of people, I guess, is sort of synonymous with corruption.
But are they wrong about what they said? Is my absence, my inaction, really making them so much more miserable?
The question's a little more complicated than that. Some of these people are just miserable for the sake of being miserable.
What about what they said in Brion's Landing? You all weren't too far. You were there.
That was us. That was us, actually.
What
There was
happened?
a priest there that was running the Church of Ilmater that was taking the tithes
Taking all the
taking all the tithes and sort of stockpiling them for himself in his own little treasure hoard. And he was also in on the smuggling business that was going in and out of the docks there, but not anymore.
And no one thought to check him until you came along.
Well, to be fair, the faithful don't tend to question their faith. That's why they're faithful.
Perhaps we should be questioning those in charge of our faith.
That's the kind of people you'll find that live here. Or people that question literally everything, because, well, if anyone's telling you anything in this town, it's probably a lie.
She slumps down onto the bed. Well, maybe they should question. Maybe they should. The churches are meant to help people. They're meant to give back. But they haven't. I didn't really get to leave this tavern, but are things so bad in Haven?
Oh,
Is the power imbalance so great?
Well, most of the lower class is starving, and then the other side of the wall is, well, like Hightown of Sanctuary, but with guards posted at every gate.
There shouldn't... We should be doing more.
So, really not much different from Sanctuary, but, well, the imbalance might be slightly more skewed here than in Sanctuary.
We should be doing more. I should be doing more.
There's not much you as an individual can do. It's... The
But
problem's,
there is.
the problem's bigger than you.
But I have a role to play in all of it. I'm the Oracle. I'm supposed to be in charge of all of these churches. I'm supposed to give my demands and my decrees, and I don't do any of that because I don't train. I don't get further. I don't get stronger. They don't anoint me until I do, and it's... Can I tell you something I've never told anyone before?
Oh boy.
She looks up towards all of you. Pinky, promise me you won't tell anybody?
I'll put Ronir on the bed next to her so I can pinky promise.
Ronir storage.
Ronir leans over and pinky promises.
As you lean over, she goes, "Oh, go, your breath!"
Smells like ethanol, doesn't it?
Oh, it burns! Why does it burn? You see, like, her eyes tearing up.
I told you it smelled like diesel.
It's because it effectively is diesel. You could definitely burn that.
She was like, it's in my mouth! It's in my mouth!
Not the only thing in my mouth.
Ronir, I swear if you puke all over this room, I'm going to kill you.
No, just why do I taste Lillian?
What? How would you...
No, he's right. I think I taste Lillian too.
How would they even know what that tastes like? I'm so confused.
It's like...
Because Lillian spat in his mouth.
Oh. But no, that's not the answer to the question. That's not a reason. How would you know what it tastes like in the first place? Looks at Lillian suspiciously.
It tastes like vanilla, 'cause she's so sweet.
Just gonna disappear behind a couch.
There are no couches in this room. What kind of inn do you think this is?
Just gonna disappear behind Ripper.
Ripper is a couch.
I need to turn around and ask Lillian for toothbrush.
Okay. Just the hand reaches over your shoulder and you like it's there.
But
I
Alessa
will
will
take the toothbrush and I'll start brushing Ronir's teeth for him.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, and you know what? The toothbrush is sized for you, so you're brushing him with like a hairbrush. So it's like it goes right in his mouth and gets everything at once.
While this is happening,
Vernier is
Alessa will just
literally
reach
choking.
over, like hand over her mouth, and pinky and wrap her pinky around Rainier's. Okay.
Vernier is literally choking as he's getting his teeth forcibly brushed.
He's getting like he's deep throating a hairbrush at this point. Alessa, still like lying down in the bed, will hold up her pinky to the rest of you. Come on, pinky promise.
What, everyone?
Everyone.
Okay, fine.
I will
Does
pinky
Ripper
promise
even have a
after I'm-
pinky? How many fingers does Ripper have?
That's a good question.
Ripper looks down. It's like 1, 2.
I will pinky promise last because I need to finish brushing Ronir.
Aggressively.
Aggressively.
Recklessly brushing Ronir.
I'll pinky promise.
As you go to pinky promise her, she'll kind of look at you and goes, "Oh my god, your sweat smells like cinnamon."
Are you related to someone maybe that works in the library?
I don't know, but I do spend a lot of time there. And then finally, she'll wait for you to finish with Rainier before reaching over to you, Ripper.
I just want to point out that like this aggressive brushing, I imagine it's like it looks like when you're unclogging a toilet.
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel much more appreciated.
It's not that aggressive. I just want to help you get your oral hygiene into gear.
Honestly, brushing the bard is gonna be a meme now.
Yes,
Brush the bard.
brushing the bard.
I will pinky promise.
Alright, with everybody's pinky promise out of the way, she sighs and goes, I never wanted to be the Oracle. I hate it. For the longest time, I was purposely putting off my training. I don't want to ascend and become a full-fledged Oracle. But if all these people are suffering until I do, maybe I've just been making things worse. Maybe that's why the gods can't stand the sight of me anymore.
We'll figure that out when we get a... They didn't exactly tell you what the problem was. It's sort of hard to change course when you don't know what the problem is.
Either way, I don't care if they can't stand the sight of me. I can't stand the sight of them either. Hate the gods. Hate them. Never wanted this. Why do they have to choose me?
It's not really for us to know, though I suppose we have an audience with one, so maybe we can ask.
Maybe it was bad luck.
If you have an audience with one, go ahead and tell them they're a dick.
I mean, it's easy to say when you're not going to be the one standing in front of one. I'd rather not get smited or something.
No, it's fine, it's fine. Just tell them Alessa sent you.
That might
I
get me
don't think
smited
that will
faster.
But then we'll get smoked together. It's like we're sisters now.
Looks around. Where is Andromeda with that drink?
Eventually, Andromeda comes back with what looks to be a glass and a pitcher of water, which she pours a glass before setting the pitcher down at the bedside table and helping Alessa up to sit up so that she can take a drink before letting her lie back down and tucking her into bed.
We must remove Ronir from the bed first.
Not necessarily.
Yes, but it's only proper. We remove Ronir from the bed first. Ripper, can
I
you
will hold
remove Ronir
Ronir.
from the bed?
I'll go back to holding Ronir.
Ronnie rolls off the bed and lands on the floor like a sack of potatoes.
Thump.
I've seen
Andromeda
this episode
roll.
before.
Andromeda rolls her eyes and moves to help get him into the other bed.
Yeah.
Anyways, we should actually sleep because it's God knows what time they're gonna want to move out in the morning, and Alessa's going to be a wreck.
So is Ronir.
And Ronir. Yep, so I expect Ronir can handle a hangover. I don't know about Alessa.
Well, either way, tomorrow we're going to have to be ready. At least they'll have the ride over towards Fairfall to get their own bones in order. But for now, this is all we can do. Guardians run towards the fire, so
Yeah, but we're not guardians. We're just idiots that happen to have gotten caught in your wake.
well, like it or not, official capacity or not, you are basically functioning as guardians for the world.
No pressure or anything.
No pressure. Hey, don't worry. I'll be with you guys the whole way.
Well, we've already been down in the hole in Fairfall before. Though it may be worse now since we pissed off whatever's down there. Anyways, we should go to bed. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right. So everybody heads off to bed. Is there anything else I want to do?
No,
I
just
would like to brush my own teeth and floss, but no, I'm good.
gonna do
Yeah,
that.
you-
You know, the routine, and then just sleep, get as much sleep as possible.
12-step skincare regimen. Yes, queen.
Yeah. Got that
Scale,
mask on.
scale care.
Descale, you know, exfoliate.
Use the loofah. All right. So you guys finish up with brushing your teeth and whatever you need, and you can go ahead and head off to bed.
Chainmail
Yeah.
loofah, by the way.
Chainmail loofah. Exactly.
What?
What? I'm with Daniel. What?
That sounds like incredibly painful.
Incredibly effective. Removes like the freshest layer.
Yes, because you're effectively
Remove
grading
every
yourself.
layer.
This sounds like a
Grading yourself.
This sounds like a masochism thing.
I mean, are you into that?
No.
This is a judgment-free zone.
Well, exactly. Like you can just be yourself here.
Isaac, don't be yourself.
I've been trying so hard.
I'm kidding.
All right. So you guys go to sleep. No, you hear the RPG sleep music. You know what I'm talking about. And when you guys wake up, blissfully, you have been allowed to sleep in.
I don't like it.
Do we wake up naturally? Like, are
Damn
we
it,
aware
that's not
that?
what I'm looking for.
Yeah, you just wake up naturally, or like you wake up to the sounds of people mucking about the tavern, but it's not like somebody's actively waking you, and it's not disturbing you. You feel fairly well rested.
Okay. Well, so if that's the case, I wake up, and then, but like, I wake up realizing that there's something important that we have to do today, and I check what time it is.
Thank you for that. You check the time with your sundial that you just whip out of the.
Yeah. I conjure up sundial, and then I just stick it out the window.
All right, so it is about 11 a.m. right now.
Jesus.
I'm like, oh no, did we miss it?
They just left you here.
Yeah.
Guess what? Ronnie gets up with a mild hangover.
Like, I wake up, I'm probably screaming at Ronir to get up, I think, and I tell him, like, I think we're late, I think we missed the wagon.
How can we
Did
miss
you-
the
did
wagon?
you-
We own the wagon.
I don't know! It's 11!
Could you panic a little more quietly, please?
I go right up to his ear, but I'm whispering, but it's very loud still. I think we're late.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
I'm gonna go downstairs and see what the fuck is happening.
This is how you treat me after all the time I buy you nice things.
She's not. You're just drunk, Ronier, or hungover. It's fine.
All right, Ripper. Is there anything in particular you're doing?
Being slow about getting up.
Yeah, that's a whole ass mood. All right. So, Nisa, you head downstairs and you see Andromeda and the rest of the Guardians. You know, Darius, Meriden, and Vera. They're all just seated around a table and with a few drinks. Andromeda sees you and waves you over. Hey, we were just about to have some brunch. Did you want to join us?
I'm surprised you're all still here.
They all look at each other. And Darius speaks up. What? You thought we would just leave you here?
I figured you'd be trying to hustle us out the door before the sun came up like you usually do.
Any other circumstance? Yes, but... Well... You did good work yesterday. And... Well... At this rate, a few hours isn't going to change everything and end the world. We figured we'd let you sleep in.
Yeah, so we should probably actually try to get moving.
Whenever you're all ready. And, again, lunch is on us.
Yay!
I come down at that moment when lunch is on us is spoken.
Haste is still active, just mew.
I'm pretty sure we're off by now.
He gets hasted. Haste is just happens at the thought of food or the mention
Haste
of
is
food.
haste is in your stomach, not your heart. Right. Yes, and so on today's menu is a very lovely, rich beef stew with like kind of like a tomato base and a few like beans and other like root vegetables. You see like parsnips and whatnot. They are serving it with warm bread that has just come out of the oven and ale for everybody.
Yay!
I like all of these things.
Did they serve brain juice here? Brown brain juice?
They
Hot
do.
brown brain juice.
Hot brown brain juice.
I want to pour Ronier like a cup.
Rainier,
you.
you receive the hot brown brain juice.
Yes, I go ahead and drink it black.
Hey,
I didn't go there.
Just like a lot of things.
Why you gotta make us about half
your
rounds?
heart is one of them.
Your soul, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Not racist, it's fine.
But Ronier isn't a capitalist pig.
The Ripper gets it.
Yes, well.
Good
Like,
quality.
Yeah, apologies, fuck boy. All right. So, is there anything else you'd like to do before you guys head out?
no, I think I'm good.
Alright,
excuse me.
eventually Alexa joins all of you as she like wipes at her face and sits down at the table and just lets her head slowly descend. So forehead meets wood.
Is she like having one of the like a hangover, or is it like a moment that she's having?
You think it's probably a hangover?
Uh-huh.
As the Vanguard take one look at Andromeda, who shrugs. Girl's gotta have a first for everything. All right. So if there's nothing else we want to do, we will get back on the road.
Back on the road, back to the cart.
Back to the cart. Alrighty. So, from Haven to Fairfall will take about another week or so. So if there's anything you guys want to do in the meantime, you're more than welcome to, or we can just like fast forward to it.
I don't know. Do you guys have anything in particular? I really don't.
I can't think of anything.
I don't really
Yeah,
have
we all good?
anything in particular.
Yeah, no characters you want to talk with or anything like that?
Not in particular, not that we can think of.
Okay,
It's
sounds
not
good. then.
shouldn't be a super long trip, anyways.
Yeah, shouldn't be.
Somehow I feel like this is appropriate for this party.
Oh, what is it?
Yeah.
Get the bunk.
Yes.
Alrighty, so you guys get to Fairfall, where you can see that an evacuation is already underway, and
Uh-oh.
Perfect timing.
Rip Isaac.
what?
The good
Did my
part.
stuff die?
Right, right as you were like, an evacuation has started, and then your internet's just like, nope.
Yeah, it's like when we progress through the plot, the game crashes. We can do
My-
every quest besides the plot.
My
I didn't know
internet
we were playing
evacuated.
Skyrim.
Can't do main quest, but we can do everything else.
It's like when you're doing Skyrim, like, quests, and just the game keeps crashing in the one spot.
Alrighty, so you guys can hear me now, though?
Yes.
Okay. So, you guys get to the town as you see many of the townspeople packing up and getting their goods and their belongings, just the bare minimum, really, into their wagons. You see Hildebrand helping one of the villagers carry, like, what looks to be, like, huge packs on her back. She has, like, 5 on them, as she dumps them into a cart.
I'll have lost my disguise at some point along the way. I'm just sort of looking around at, seeing who we recognized from the last time we were here. Of course,
You
Hildebrand.
recognize... sorry, you go.
I said, of course, Hildebrand, but
Of course, Hildebrand, yeah. You recognize a lot of people. You recognize the bartender of the tavern, or bartender/owner, who was Moira's father.
right.
You remember the dude that sold you all those meat skewers the last time during the Festival of the Lost?
I thought they were cricket skewers.
I think there
They
was
are kind of
both.
meat.
Kids are a
They're
form of
kinda
meat in
meat.
some cultures.
Exactly. What are you trying to say, huh? Anyways.
Cricket.
Right, so as everyone seems to be packing up, Hildebrand notices all of you and sets down the packs onto the wagon before waving at all of you and walking up to you.
I waved back.
As she walks up to you, she says, "Well, fancy seeing you again."
Yes, just as the entire town is being evacuated. I wonder how that happened.
Exciting times. Your new friends over there?" She looks over your shoulder and nods towards the vanguard. "Well, they sent one of their agents, something called a hidden or something like that. Told us to get ready to evacuate the town, get headed to Breon's Landing. And well, official seal of sanctuary. We know they mean business."
At least Breon is free of its ridiculousness, so shouldn't have any trouble there.
Has anything happened since we left Fairfall?
I've been keeping an eye on that place. Making sure nothing got in or out. Nothing has happened from the outside, but they're doing something down there, I know it. The ground rumbles beneath my feet sometimes. And I might not be the paladin I used to be, but I can still feel the evil going on down there.
Do you think it's gas?
I wish it were gas. If it was gas, you could slap my left knee and call me a Hoover, but no. Something much worse. Something dark.
Yes, well, hopefully we've brought enough people to deal with it, but it's been a long roundabout trip to get back here.
No kidding. I haven't seen all of you for, what, 2-3 months? Winter's almost upon us, and, well, I just want to get these people to Brion's Landing before first snowfall. Get them someplace warm. Someplace with a roof. I won't be joining you down in the pit. I hope that's okay.
I wouldn't ask you to. This is, well, it's a, well, Vanguard problem now.
It's a fancy way of saying that's a you problem.
If you can get everyone out of Fairfall, that'll be more than enough.
She nods. We'll need until the sun starts to set, most likely. I don't know if you want to wait until we're all gone or go now, but either way, if there's anything else I can do to help, feel free to let me know.
We'll wait for everyone to be gone. We don't know what's gonna come flying out of that place as soon as we open a door.
She nods. Smart idea. If there's any food, drink, anything like that you want, the townspeople are more than willing to provide. They might not have much, but what little they do have, they're more than happy to help for the cause.
I'm not worried about getting anything from them. I'm just worried about, not dying. It'd be good to end the day on the high note of still being alive.
Sounds like the dream, doesn't it? But whatever goes on down there. She holds out a hand. Ora ad astra. To those of you who speak Dwarven, you would know that this is a common saying among dwarves that eventually extended to other kingdoms as the dwarves migrated. That while the literal meaning is hard to exactly pin down, some say it means by the homeland I hope to see one day. But the general gist is that it is both a greeting and a farewell. One that sends across feelings of kinship and hope. That you will one day meet again.
I do speak Dwarvish.
So you would know this, yes.
I also speak Dwarvish.
I want to reciprocate that, whatever the traditional way to reciprocate that would be. Like, I usually, sometimes depends on what the language is, but sometimes there's like a saying you would return to the person, right?
Or is this like a dwarf equivalent of aloha?
Kind of, yeah. Then you have to do the secret handshake.
Yep.
Oh no, we're screwed.
So the greeting is, or the start is Ora ad astra, and the return is Sumura Fini. Not that you have to remember that, it's not super important.
Scribbles notes.
Scribbles notes. Here, I'll just write it out for y'all.
It's the little things that are important to remember. There might be a puzzle that the door opens by saying that one day.
Speak, friend, and you may enter the mines of Moria.
Anyways, once Hildebrand has gone, we should flag down the barkeep from last time, because he probably wants to speak to us, considering what we did last time we were here.
All right, you can definitely see the barkeep who's just moving a few bags out of his tavern. When he notices you, he comes up to you. Adventurers, it's been a while since I've seen you. You can see he's anxious as he fiddles with his fingers while talking to you all.
Have you gotten any word from your daughter, then?
Yes, not so long ago I received a letter from her. She made it. She's an Aspio, enrolled at the academy. I want to thank all of you. It's been her dream to be a mage for as long as I can remember, and well, the circumstances around it might not be so happy, but we take our happiness when we can. So thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
It was,
go ahead.
we had nothing to do with it. It was meant to be. She had great potential.
Thank you for saying so. I just hope all of this wasn't meant to be, as he gestures towards the town. Whatever's down there, I know you'll succeed. You have to. No pressure.
No pressure.
I look around the inn for a moment. Are there patrons here?
There are no patrons here, because all the patrons are pretty much, gone and evacuating. Basically, anyone comes to the town and they pretty much tell them, like, hey, this is gonna be a ghost town, or you need to leave, yeah.
I want to ask him if he could do something, and I ask him you're the innkeeper of the town. You probably are very familiar with everybody. The
Yes?
town needs all the help it can get. Maybe you could help out, make sure everyone gets out. You know everybody.
He puffs out his chest. I can do that. I can definitely do that.
Yes. At sundown, the doors to the old asylum will be opened, and we don't know what's going to come out. So make sure everyone's good and gone.
We'll be out of the woods before you even make it there. It's not much, but give me one moment. He runs into the tavern and comes back out with what looks to be a wineskin and and hands it out to all of you.
One wineskin or
One wineskin.
Okay.
I've been working on this brew for a long, long time. Comes made from an incredibly rare root that had to be imported all the way from Costa del Sol. It's said to have restorative properties. It would be my honor if you would take it.
Alcoholic health potion. That's this party's. That's like tailor made for this party.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'll take the brew, and I want to examine what it exactly is, because I'm an alchemist, right?
Right. So I want you to roll me either Arcana or Nature if you'd like to identify it.
Okay, let's go with Arcana. It's super high. 15.
15. Okay, so as you peer into this wine, you bring it up to your nose and give it a sniff, and you recognize the smell. This is the telltale smell of a Claro root. Here, let me.
I say to everybody, it's made from the clary root.
You would know that in a lot of magical concoctions, especially since you excelled, especially at the Academy of Alchemy, that clary root is not necessarily the ingredient used in healing potions as many things, but it's something that people use to cure poisons, diseases. While it does have healing properties, it will also cure any sort of poison disease, as well as bolster fortitude. So you imagine that you can either drink this to cure disease, give you a small boost in health, or it can provide like a temporary boost in your constitution, whatever. You aren't too sure exactly what like the exact effects, but those are like the sleeping properties.
Okay. I relay that. This will come in handy for diseases, predominantly, but well, if we don't end up using it against the demons, maybe we'll cure Ronier's hangover.
It'll also work against like poisons and stuff like that too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
So
alcohol that
make
can't get you drunk because it cures poison.
I make sort of a jab at that, but thank you very much. This will come in handy.
Of course. Anything to help you all.
Yeah, it's
I'll
when
let
you
Nisha
get.
take care of it.
Oh, it's mine now. Okay.
Is that
I'll-
Pollock?
I will
Leader,
put that
Constable
away. What am I labeling this?
We'll call it a Clary brew.
Booze of healing.
Bless you.
Okay, what else was I was gonna say something and then I totally blanked on it. Shit. Oh right. I was gonna say. Well, when you get to Brion's, just say we sent you, and they might be slightly more friendly. We did sort of help them out a while back.
He nods. Of course. And in times like these, we all have to band together. I hope one day that when we see each other again, Fairfall will be able to return all you've done for us. He holds out his hand for all of you.
As in what, like a handshake?
Yeah.
Okay, I will do this.
I'm in.
I shake it as well.
I'll shake his hand, and in secret handshake, I will give him 2 platinum pieces.
Slipping him money, sleight of hand.
He looks down at his hand as you slip those to him, and as tears well up in his eyes. I'll never forget you. Any of you. I'll pull you in for a hug if you will allow it.
Oh yeah, man hug, let's do it.
Yes, the manliest of
Bro
hugs. This
hug.
guy is like 6'3", he's big, he's burly, he's hairy, he's got a big ass bald spot.
I'm gonna look around for what the Vanguard are currently doing since they were in this caravan with us.
You see that the Vanguard are currently helping a few of the villagers pack away their goods. You see them, helping lift things. Ameridin is, you see him brew something up and offer it to a small child who's crying. And when she takes a sip of it, she stops crying. You see Vera tying some ropes to chain together a few wagons, or like some of the animals to the wagons. Andromeda with Darius to help move a few things. You even see Alessa, struggling with her tiny little twig bitch arms to lift something to put it into a
Twig
into a
bitch
wagon.
arms. That's a great description. Twig bitch arms. Okay, so what time is it now?
It is, I would say, like, now that everything is packed up, they're just about to leave. It will be about 7-ish. That's when the sun's been going down. Yeah.
Okay, so it's about time to get in there.
All right. Hildebrand is the last to see you off before heading out with the villagers of Fairfall, and you all head over to the mansion.
The asylum.
Asylum. Well, it is a
Both.
mansion, but
It's
yeah,
both.
it's both. It's both.
Makes it creepy as hell.
Exactly. The cold winds brush against your skins, maybe sending chills down your arms and spine, sending goosebumps to those of you who have skin that is capable of forming goosebumps. The trees this time have all lost their leaves, and the ground crunches beneath you with all the dried up leaves, the twigs. Eventually, you make it to the front of the mansion. You push aside the metal gates and stand in front of the doors where this nightmare began. Ameridan walks forward. Huh. Sylvan runes. I think I can get this open. Flipping through his spell book, he trails down his finger before holding out his hand and muttering an incantation. You see his eyes go white for a second before you hear the clacking of metal locks on the door undo. Eventually, one of the doors creaks open a little bit as Darius pushes it open and looks at all of you. Well, after you.
Alessa's coming in with us, right?
She is. She's there in the back. She's kind of like terrified. She has her jeweled choker around her neck, even though she can't really seem to summon any power from it at the moment.
Alright, before we actually enter this place, I'm gonna do the exact same thing I did before we went in here the last time, but, you know, with a different helpless NPC.
Conjure an anvil and put it in the door?
Yeah.
No, that wasn't me, but we can do that. No, that wasn't me. No, I am going to cast Bark Skin on Alessa.
Alright, as a protective hardened layer begins to form on her, she bristles a little bit before looking up at you. Thank you. Can you tell I'm nervous?
A little. 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I prepare enough spells? 8, 9. Okay, yes.
Change, the more they stay the same.
I suppose so. Well, let's hope we're changing something today. That we're finishing this.
Okie dokie. Let's see. Just making sure I selected all my spells as we go in here, because sleeping...
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. You all enter the asylum once again. Darius lets the door close behind him as he steps through last. Vera, bow drawn, arrow knocked at the ready just in case, looks towards all of you. Well, you're the experts on the terrain here. Where do we go?
There was a hole... Well, there was a hole in the basement that led down into the depths.
She nods.
We will... I gotta remember the layout of this place.
Yeah, I can do a quick draw. I mean, like, we don't have to really, like, go through it, but
Right.
basically, like, just, like, there's a door for the basement, go down to the basement, and it was a secret door.
Secret tunnel.
Right,
Yeah,
and
there
we,
was
told,
a secret door.
and we told them to bring lots of rope because it's like a 1 billion-foot hole.
Exactly. So, Darius and Andromeda will round out the front of this group as, like, they're, like, the meaty people, you know what I mean?
The meaty people.
The meaty people.
It's just the 3 Vanguard, Andromeda, Alyssa, and I guess Karma's here too.
No, Karma's not here. Karma stayed at the tower.
Oh.
Right, she
She's
was
still
like
down.
she was like unconscious when we left.
The other ones here are Andromeda, Alyssa, and the Guardians.
Yeah, so and we don't have any like additional Vanguard, right?
No, you do not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so, what do you call it? Karma stayed behind to continue her training while Spencer stayed behind to keep watch over Sanctuary. They wanted at least one guardian still in Sanctuary. Alright. So you guys move forward. Eventually...
When we came here last, let me ask a question first. So when we came here last, when we walked through here, there were like random corpses that had like long since decayed, like littered about the place.
Yeah.
Are they still here?
They are still here.
Okay. I was... Let me look something up. Ew, give me this.
Mission.
Right, I'm just like, gotta double check. Okay, so looking something up. It's on this page.
While we're moving through here, I want to just like keep an eye out to see if we happen to find the ghost lady person that helped us last time.
Yes, of course. You remember the ghost bitch from last time. Let me just really double check because I don't remember her name. Okay, yeah, I don't even think I wrote it. This is session 2 notes. Okay, yeah, like don't worry about it for now. But there are any, ghostly apparitions that might occur.
Okay, I will...
And-
I'm thinking if I want to, like... Do I want to, like, raise myself like a pet right now to, like, bumble into things first? Or would that be a waste of a spell slot? It could be fun.
Bishop, I choose you.
Yeah, but we don't care if this one dies. Bishop costs 10 gold every time it dies. Yeah, okay, so as we're walking through the... As we walk through the asylum and we pass through... To get to where we're going anyways, we pass through that hallway, as I recall it, where there's a hallway and there's, like, several, like, cages, like jail cells on each side of it that had... that once had people locked in it. And as we're walking through...
That won't lead to where you're going, though, because the basement entrance is in the main area.
Oh, I thought the stairs were, like, right there. We should probably still check out most of the first floor and make sure there's nothing actually here.
Yeah, you can, if you like.
Just to make... Cause we saw that thing wandering around up here last time. We don't want anything to come at us from behind.
Alright,
so... We're gonna clear the first floor first and make sure there's no funky business up here.
Right, so the general layout was that to your left was like the living room / piano room, to your right was the dining room, forward is where like the first ward is, and then to the back is like a kitchen.
I'll check the piano room, because that's where Ghost Lady was last time.
As you go to the piano room, you find everything is relatively undisturbed. Similar to how you left it, the portrait of the finder and his wife and child still remains hung up on the wall. The piano still remains untouched, dust still coating it.
Alright. So, nothing really seems to have changed much. Okay. So as we walk, we'll walk back and head, if nothing is out of place from when we were last here, we will head back towards where the door was. And we'll pass through that hallway again on the way back, and I'll sort of kind of stop in the middle of the hallway as we're walking. And I don't know what kind of marching order are we looking at right now?
So there will usually be Darius and Andromeda in the front. They're trying to make sure that if anything happens, they'll take the brunt of the blow. Especially Andromeda, who has her shield held up in front of her.
Okay, and then okay, so whoever's like behind me will probably get stopped because I'm just gonna like suddenly stop. And
I'll say it's me.
so what you see is, and I'll sort of say this out loud as this happens, so maybe it draws everyone else's attention. So I just sort of dead stop suddenly, and you'll see that Nisa's hair just turns black from its usual blonde, and she'll just sort of stop and kind of like look to the side through the cages, and she'll just say, "For the proximity to great evil is great. Direct control must be taken." And she'll look through the cage at the one skeleton that's like laying on the floor, and she'll just kind of raise her hand at it. "This one requires your aid, and I will cast Animate Dead on it."
Ooh. Fancy. Oh.
So I get this. Yeah, I create.
An undead servant, choose a pile of bones. The spell imbues your target with foul mimicry of life, raising it as an undead creature. The target becomes a skeleton if you choose bones or zombie. Each of your turns, you can use a bonus action to mentally command any creature you've made with the spell. If the creature is within 60 feet of you, you decide what action the creature will take and where it will move during its next time. Or you can issue a general command, such as to guard a particular chamber or corridor. If you issue no commands, the creature only defends itself against hostile creatures. Once given an order, the creature continues to follow it until its task is complete. The creature is under your control for 24 hours, after which it stops obeying your commands you've given it. To maintain control of the creature for another 24 hours, you must cast a spell on the creature again before the 24-hour period ends. This use of the spell reasserts your control over up to 4 creatures you have animated with the spell rather than animating a new one. Alright.
So it is a skeleton, so I have its stat block.
Thank you. So yeah, your skeleton raises suddenly, just flicking itself up back onto its feet and shambling towards you. It's nasty.
I say, hold the calling stone. Nisa?
Just kind of looks at you, but her eyes are now brown, and she just like stares at you for a second. "Nisa is not in control right now, Lillian Blue."
What?
Why so blue, Lillian Blue?
I think that thing that's attached to Nisa just took over.
Is Nisa okay? I'm asking this to the symbiote, I guess.
It kind of like spins around and like looks back at you. "The host is fine, but her skills are inadequate. The danger is too great."
That's kind of rude.
Yeah. Nisa's had my back like the entire time.
Dick move, dude.
What do we call you?
It sort of just like stands there for a second. "I have no designation."
But what if we need to call you?
It sort of like stops, like tilts its head to the side like you see dogs do when they're confused. Like, "Do I require a designation?"
Yes.
Like looks at Lillian. You will give me a designation."
No pressure.
I'm gonna call you Poison.
It sort of like tilts its head again, tilts its head back. "This will suffice." And then turns around and starts walking down the hallway again, with the skeleton in tow.
That's so cool, but also so creepy.
Has anyone else like noticed this and is commenting or like?
Yeah, at this point the Vanguard is kind of just watching this as Meriden walks up to you, Lillian. "So fascinating. Is this some sort of alternate personality, or...?"
It's
Kind
actually
of?
so much more.
he pops out his notepad and like has like a pen in his hand. Explanations. I need an explanation.
Despite that, as much as you see so much want to discuss it with a high level intellectual, I actually take his notepad and his quill or whatever, and I fold it and I close it. And I give him that disappointed look, no, we can't.
Darius smacks Ameridan upside the head and just goes, "The girl's right, Ameridan. Another time."
You'll have to ask me, son. It's not my place. If she ever comes back.
Yeah, Ameridan kind of points at her, but I thought that was not Nisa.
So I am heading to the basement with my skeleton.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
I'm gonna stick by Alessa and just make sure that she's safe.
Alright, Alessa stands at the back and almost hides behind you a little bit as she you all move on through. So you said you were headed to the basement, Nisa?
Yes, we are headed to the basement.
Yep.
Alright. So, following your lead, Darius and Andromeda move towards the basement as well, before opening the door and heading down with you.
Alright. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the exact layout from months ago. So we go down the stairs, and it's, as I recall, I'm gonna try to do this from memory before the DM is like, "No, you're wrong." We went down the stairs, and it was like a long hallway, and then there were two branching doors that went left and right.
There was a third one that went straight.
And there was a third
yeah.
one that went, but that one didn't go anywhere that I recall. The actual place we wanted to go was to the right, and then through a secret door that was also on the right.
That's actually, you go straight, and then it's to the right. To the right was the morgue.
Right. Okay, I thought the left was the morgue. I got it mixed up. It's been months. I tried.
The left was solitary isolation. It's okay, yeah, that's fine.
I tried.
It's been a real long time.
I wanted to try first.
It's been almost a year.
Yeah, it's been like a year, man.
Closing in.
Has it really been that long? Holy shit!
It's been a while.
This has been a really long/fast year.
Like 3 months in game time.
I'm not even that. I mean, it. You say that, and it's just has it really been a year? Holy shit! Where did the year go?
It's called getting old.
When you code in a game that's too old to remember.
I mean, the way that I like to think about it is from the good place, where it's just it's like humans only live about 80 years, and they spend so much of it just waiting for things to be over.
Okay, so we are gonna. Wrong. So we will lead them to the secret door that was down here.
Alright, so you lead them to the secret door, going down the next set of stairs before getting to the dark lab. Andromeda will go ahead and you see her, what looks like channel something through her shield, where it begins radiating light for all of you, like a torch.
Cool.
Eventually, she shines the light on the pit. Darius looks back. Was this what you were all talking about?
This is the first descent.
Well, that doesn't look ominous at all.
How deep was this? Do we recall?
It's like 100 or
100 feet.
120 feet.
120, yeah, let's say.
I hope he got that rope.
The symbiote just kind of looks down in the hole. The drop is approximately 120 feet. I would not suggest falling.
Ameridan just how does she know that? Right. At this, Vera will go ahead and reach into her bag and take out large spools of rope before tying them together and throwing them down and anchoring it onto the wall. Once again, Darius and Andromeda will go first down the rope.
I want Ripper to carry me down again.
I will also go down the rope and actually, let me check I can do this. Let me make sure I'm not fucking up. Okay, does this work the way I think it works? What's the distance? Okay, so it has to stay within. You can command any creature made of this building within 60 feet of you. You decide. Okay, Okay, so I can give it an order and then walk away, and it'll, as long as it's waiting, it'll do it. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the skeleton. Remain here until the rest of the group has descended, and then descend behind us. And then I will descend the rope.
Alright. It will obey your commands. See Nisa go down. Vera will then go down after her. Would anybody else like to particularly discuss an order, or do you guys just want to head down?
I'm gonna just be behind Alyssa, and I'm gonna use dancing lights to make sure that people don't have to rely on torches as much.
Alrighty, so you'll probably round up the back of the group then?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot, but Ripper
So
does
then-
have dark vision, right?
No.
Oh,
No.
cool. Alright, so if you're carrying me down, I will conjure a lantern.
Okay.
Nicely done. So you can hold on to the lantern while Ripper holds on to you as you make it down. Alright, so you all make it down to the bottom, the skeleton coming dead last.
You see the
Before
skeleton
making
sort
it
of.
towards
Dead
the...
last.
You see the skeleton kind of like.
like...
The skeleton's kind of like trying to climb down the rope, but it's more like sliding down the rope, and it hits the bottom and like breaks into bones, and then like quickly it's like grabbing its bones and reassembling itself.
Just attaching its femur back before it can get up. Alright. So you guys move forward and head over to the entrance of Hellmouth.
That giant door.
The
stone door,
gigantic door.
the
Exactly.
orbs, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And when you head there, you find that the door is already open.
What?
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
This door was sealed the last time we saw it.
Where's the key at? The orb key
The
thing.
orbs?
Yeah.
The orb is placed into the little socket on the floor.
Okay.
This door only opens from the outside. The creature must have retrieved the orbs.
But either way, the incantation, Ameridan speaks, the incantation on the door, it wasn't broken. Whatever they did, they're still in this asylum then. They're still down here. Perhaps,
so-
perhaps they still needed something to get out. One more thing.
Or perhaps they're simply building their strength.
Perhaps. But we're not going to figure it out standing here.
I agree, we should proceed.
Shield held high, Andromeda continues forward as the tunnel narrows down further and further. Eventually, you
The next
guys
obstacle
make it
we
all.
reach is like the bridge, right?
Sorry,
Didn't we fuck this bridge
The
up last
bridge.
time we were
Yeah,
here?
we
Yeah.
fucked this. Yeah, I messed the bridge up. Because
Which,
I
yeah.
thought they're not gonna cross it. There's no way they can cross it.
as you get to this bridge is absolutely decimated. It's gone, basically. There's no getting across it.
The chamber is beyond this, but the last time we were here, Ronir destroyed the bridge on the way out so that they couldn't follow.
Vera walks forward to the. Oh, sorry, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna ask how we're gonna get across, like, to everybody in the chamber with us.
Vera walks over and kneels down at the edge of the bridge. Well, I don't know how we could get across, but I have enough rope to get down to those 2 bridges down there, as she points down towards, this huge abyss where multiple bridges are connected to the walls, and you see that there are 2 bridges on either side that, that you could lower yourselves down onto.
The symbiote just kind of looks across. This one could get across, but no one would be able to follow. Climbing down may be more strategic. Do we have enough rope to climb this, given that we just climbed down a 120-foot pit?
Vera got rope for days. 4
All
days.
the rope.
It's elven rope too, right?
Totally.
Only the expensive rope.
Only the best rope. Alright. So, she sets up the rope on either side to go down to either bridges. So, how are we going to split up the teams then?
Oh, are we gonna try to split up and go different bridges? Is that the plan?
Unless you'd like, Vera shrugs, unless you'd like to have us all go for one. It might cut down some of the time if we explore both of them. She holds up the communication stones. We could always keep into contact with this.
These
Of course, it is up. Sorry.
Oh, my bad. These bridges, do they go to the same point?
They don't converge on the same point, but they do go to the same
Same
side
side.
of the wall. Yeah.
And is it like a clearing on the other side of these bridges, or is it like a tunnel and then into a chamber?
It's like another tunnel. You don't know where it's going to
Alright.
lead. But she does say that, if it might be safer to travel in one group, but time might be of the essence. It's hard to say.
If they are still trapped down here, then time is irrelevant, but survival is not. Splitting up seems ill-advised. And your magic stones are unreliable at best.
Damn.
Straightforward.
We're not in the Strand anymore. That's outdated information.
Ooh. If we do encounter them, don't we
Even-
need the lantern?
Right, we have the magic lamp of make it killable.
Make it killable.
A
Exactly.
magic lamp of make it killable.
Right.
Official magic item names.
Well, ultimately the goal would be not to engage it unless absolutely necessary, until everybody was there. But figuring out which way we're going, this place is a veritable labyrinth. Not Nisa. Could be right, though. Safety over time might be of the essence. I'm just worried.
I want to look.
We don't know what
around.
we don't know what they've been doing down here. We don't know what they're preparing.
Are these 2 bridges the only alternate pathways?
There are other bridges you could go through. It's just
These
by
are closest.
yeah, these are the closest ones that you could lower yourself onto instead of having to form another bridge to another bridge or flying across. Yeah.
Alright, so this is my thought pattern right now as I see it, and I'm gonna explain it what I see. So because there are 2 bridges, these are the 2 bridges that are closest. If we split up, I don't really think it would matter too much either way, because we might as well stay as a group because these bridges are not the only pathways. If we split up and there were only 2 bridges, the profane would not be able to come back to the gate. But because they're more than 2, splitting up is not going to do anything because there's too many pathways to cover. So we might as well go together as a group, take one bridge. If the profane were to leave, they'd be able to do so anyway with the other bridges.
And my other concern is if we split up, we're basically walking into a maze, so if we need to get over to the other party in a hurry, it's not going to be good.
Yes. So we might as well stick together, pool our resources, and have the lantern together as a unit.
All right.
Sounds like a good plan.
Sound good?
Yep.
Alright. I need to find a place to sit this. Okay, don't fall off the table. Damn it.
Okay. So, take a pick, left or right bridge.
Do we have a preference, or is Ripper gonna roll for it?
It's up to you.
We can roll for it.
Beth, roll percentile to figure it out.
Do you have numbers in mind for the results?
50-50.
I was just gonna do 50-50.
Alright, here we go.
Low
We
is
got 71.
So we're going right.
So
Yep.
we're going to the right. All right. Ha, all right. So, you all descend down the rope to the right bridge and make your way across.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Damn it! Who is not close enough to the loading zone?
Oh, guys.
Oh, sorry, I need to move my character.
It was skeleton the whole time.
It's because he got stuck on a piece of geometry.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys enter through the entrance. You walk down a short tunnel before you come across to an opening. Where would you like to go? You do see this, right? Where I sent you, put you guys on.
Oh, let me make sure. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, I see it, I don't see us.
We are the moon.
we
yes.
are a
The
moon.
moon.
Okay.
The
Okay.
moon.
Okay, let me zoom this map in.
Noise.
I'm gonna trust you guys to navigate because I'm like really fading fast here, so I'm
Okay,
laying down.
so- It looks like the only place that goes anywhere is to the south, right here. This looks like a set of stairs.
And this alcove is just an alcove, nothing, right?
As far as you can see, let me describe this area to you. As you descend down the stairs, you find that this place is a lot more defined than it was last time. The stairs are actual stairs. You can see almost like carvings for tiles on the floor. There are pillars erected on the side to hold up the roof. You even see in the alcove there's a statue of what looks to be some sort of profane being holding its head. They've been hard at work since you were last here.
Oh my god, long-awaited graphics patch.
Graphical
seem to-
update 2019.
They seem to have applied a texture pack to this area.
They must have really industrious workers here.
Illusionary terrain is just applying a texture pack. Change our mind.
That's good, actually.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So,
it looks like the south. This looks like this way is the way to go.
and to the south. Okay.
Oh man, don't you just love using the reveal tool?
It's amazing. I love it so
It's-
much.
It's such
Okay.
it's such a pain when the map is weirdly shaped.
I know.
Yeah.
Imagine having to do that, but only with a touchpad.
Oh
I love
god.
Oh, that's rough.
Get me lost power.
Oh,
No.
gaming loss. Really? Wow.
Rip. It's okay.
Alright,
We can.
hopefully
We
you
can.
get
We're just navigating a maze. We can probably keep going.
Did you
Okay.
Did you see my thing about Lillian and the symbiote?
Did I? Did I click this? I think I clicked this. Teaching a robot to love. I'm not a robot. Oh shit! What did I just click? No, don't share screen.
You click the share.
Creature.
Minimize the window. Don't share it. Damn. I hate that that button appears right on top of the minimize button.
Yes.
It's very annoying. Okay, yeah, we can probably, unless the DM wants to stop, we can probably keep going. We're just navigating this maze. At least until we run into combat.
So, you folks come across a fork.
Oh, right here.
The one to the right. So here. Oh, hold on. Here. Ah, no. The one to the right here leads up a set of stairs, and the ones to the left is like on the same level.
Okay, so this goes up, this stays on the same level.
That didn't accidentally reveal the whole map to you for a hot second, did it?
No.
Okay,
It
good, because it did for me, and I was like, that's what the scream was. I was like, no, don't.
No, it's fine. It hasn't revealed anything.
Don't ruin all my hard work.
Okay, so...
Well, didn't we have to go through like another door last time that required the like 2 or 3 other orbs?
You did.
We did, but we seem to have avoided that this time, because we haven't made it to that door yet. Alright, so logically...
Well, we would need to go upstairs to get to that, because we had to go down to get on these bridges.
Right. That makes sense. That seems logical.
Alright, so we're heading right?
So we're going this way.
Alright. Give me 1 second. Maybe there he is. Boop. 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 Alright, you come to another fork in the path. Left and right, both on the same level.
I say we go left.
So that at worst case
Works for
scenario,
me.
we loop around in a circle.
Yeah. I mean, we eliminate it as an option.
Right. Okay, so if we go up... we
Just have
will-
another question as well. Are you deciding to walk stealthily or just walking around?
I don't think we're going around advertising.
It depends on how stealthy our... Oh, excuse me, that yawn snuck up on me. Depends on how stealthy our like Vanguard compatriots are trying to be, because you know one of them has a glowing shield right now that's not exactly the epitome of sneakiness.
Yeah, no, they're not really trying to be stealthy. They're being cautious, they're not being stealthy.
Right, so that's pretty much how we have to do it. Oh, I see another.
Sorry, you said stinky.
Lo- Go on without me.
Okay, so we're going left. Alrighty. So Andromeda shines her shield to the left. As you all move around the bend of the corner down towards the hallway,
Oop,
You
I see a
see-
thing.
you see in the darkness just around the corner something moving in the darkness, in the shadows, something almost like squirming on the ground.
How big is this?
It takes up like the whole room, which I would say is like 30 by 30.
Okay.
As you move further, and the light shines on this all, you see
What the fuck?
what look to be the creatures that you found last time, the profane thralls, feeding on something on the ground. And as you round the corner, the light shines on them, and they look back and release a screech, and I need you all to roll for initiative.
Oh dear.
Okay, let me open Lillian's sheet, and I can run Lillian if you want.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Or we can, or we can collectively roll. We can collectively roll Lillian. Let's see.
I don't want that responsibility. I'll roll like 2s.
Character sheet. Lillian Blue. Lillian Blue's initiative is... Let's see, how much dex does she have? She has a +0. That makes that easy. Okay, so this is Poison's roll. This is Lillian's roll.
Do you guys see the initiative tracker I threw up?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Alright,
Good.
so 21 and an 11.
I'm just gonna have like the Vanguard and Andromeda all go in one turn to make my life easy.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it. Otherwise, you're gonna pull your hair out, having to like stop every other turn to do an NPC.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Okay, y'all.
Oh, I should
Okay,
probably
so I
zoom
can-
out a little.
All right.
Everything good?
Yes. I
I got the turn order down. Where are the enemies at?
Uh,
We're just improving.
we're just improving because
Okay.
this will make my life easier. But as you enter the room, you see that there are 8 of them in this room.
How big?
did
So,
you guys-
so how big is the room dimensionally? This actually might matter.
30 by 30.
30 by 30. Okay, so I
So these numbers are right,
can't-
right? 21, 20, 13, and 11?
The 13 is fresh for me, so
Yeah, I put in Lillian's as well. Let's see. So
Okay,
I
we're
need
just
them.
gonna-
So I can't
use
use that because it's too big.
We're gonna use Tristan to represent the Guardians, because I'm lazy. And y'all, here we go. Okay.
Oh,
Sorry?
Skelly Bro needs a token. Let me find Skelly Bro a token.
Skelly Bro.
Assets, let's see, Monster Manual, mash S until I find Skeleton. Skeleton. It's Saber-Tooth Tiger, not quite. Gotta keep going further. Skeleton. Where is Skeleton? Oh, come on, why am I failing to find Skeleton? It's gotta be in here. I see a Rug of Smothering icon in here. Skeleton. Oh, there it is. Supposed to say, I know there's gotta be a damn skeleton token in here somewhere. There.
Is this a square room or is it more round?
It's like round. It's more round.
Okay.
I don't have permission to like drop it on the map, so you'll have to drop it on the map.
Yeah.
I dropped it in Skype though.
Yeah. I got it. Give me a second.
I keep zooming in on this icon of a bad guy, trying to figure out what the icon is actually supposed to be, and my brain just cannot parse this image.
Wait, which one?
The green circle one, like the bad guy. Like my brain cannot parse what this image is supposed to be for some reason.
I'll send it to you. Just give me a second. Okay, what did you roll for Skelly Bro?
Oh right. Oh, does Skelly Bro actually need to? Does he roll his own initiative?
Oh no, right. It's just your bonus action.
I think we're all moved during it. Yeah, oh, it does have a turn. It says its next turn, so it has to have initiative.
Okay. That's the image.
Okay, that makes slightly more sense with the rest of the body. Okay, what is his dex? Alright. Skelly Bro is gonna roll 12, 30, so it rolled a 13. It needs to be on the initiative tracker, I guess.
He is. Isn't he?
Is
Oh,
he?
wait, hold
I
on.
don't see him.
Boop, there he is. Skelly
Okay.
Bro. 13. So,
what's your dex mod?
1.
Okay, so Skelly Bro goes before Ripper, so bump Ripper to it, or do that there, that'll work.
there you go. Alright, we all ready?
Yeah, we should be.
So how many of these dudes are there, you said?
There are 8 of them.
There are 8 of these dudes. How big are these dudes?
They are medium sized, but like if I had to put an actual head on them, I'd say they're on the shorter end, so like 5'4"-ish, 5'3".
Okay, so there's like a bunch of little dudes.
Yeah. They're little babies.
Okay, so given that, let's see. Whose turn's first?
It is your turn.
It is
Oh,
my
me, sir.
turn. My turn first.
Yeah.
Excellent. Alright, so given that it's my turn first, we're gonna start by, let's see, I want to use this spell. Let's see. What's the range I can do this? Okay, so can we get like these guys, like the locations of all of these dudes marked? Like, can we just like copy paste that token 7 more times to see where they are?
Aren't
Yep.
they all like clusterfucked around something right now because they were eating it?
Pretty much. They're like all in one place. Hell, I'll do it.
Alright, I'm just trying to make sure that what I'm trying to do is actually gonna hit.
Time to mechanically surround a medium-sized creature, right?
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so if it is within... Okay, so are they all in a pile like that then?
Pretty much. They're all just gathered around the same thing.
Right, so... What I'm going to do is or rather, not me, will I hope you have the icon for this, because this was a Jaming thing, but we're gonna need it.
Is it hot, yo?
Poison is going to conjure Hot Yo as an action. So we have conjured Hot Yo, and we're gonna summon Hot Yo like right here. So Hot Yo is going right there. So let me double check how Hot Yo actually works when it spawns. Flynn.
I think you either have to ram something or something has to end its turn next
Appears
to
in a
it.
non-occupied space. A creature that ends its turn within 5 feet must make a dex save. Within 2 fire damage, a bonus action, move the spear. When you move the sphere, you can direct it over barrier. Okay, so basically I have to swing it around. That's fine. Okay. So now that I have conjured that, I will have Skelly Bro sort of stay like, what's Skelly Bro's range? Skelly Bro's range is, oh damn, he's got an 80-foot range. All right. 80 feet, like all the way across the room basically. So we'll have Skelly Bro hang out like back over here somewhere.
Okay.
And we will command him as a bonus action to attack the nearest of... I'll tell him. Attack the nearest corrupted creature until none remain. And that is what he will do. He will use every action to just attack. And that's... Then I will move myself... Let's see. So if it's a 30-foot room-ish... I'm going to move myself like this way a little bit, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Rainier, it's now your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just. So I know that these things are gonna surround us rather quickly, so I want to be careful about how much I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and. Just 20. I need to be 20 feet at least.
Oh, I wanted Skelly Bro to like move over here. I can't move him, by the way.
So I'm gonna move about here, and is that gonna be close enough? No, it isn't. I'm gonna need one more step, and then I'll be in proper dagger throwing range, and I'll target this hole with 2 daggers.
Target it with what?
2 daggers, two throwing daggers, and both of those are probably gonna miss. The highest is a 14.
14. Okay, that actually hits.
Okay, the other one's a 9, so I don't think it's going to be that generous.
Yeah, no. That will not hit.
Yeah.
So your target's the first one, okay.
Yeah, that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage to that one.
Alrighty, let me just write that down.
And that's all I'm doing for this turn.
Maths. Okay, sounds good. So you end your turn there. We're moving on to the thralls in what I like to call as Thrallhalla. Okay, so they're all going to screech and run for you. Now, Rainier, I'm just going to use previous tokens. We'll say this is Andromeda. This is Darius, Ameridan, and Fira. Now the thralls are going to try to surround all of you as they attack you.
Oh, one of them is probably going to end its turn next to Hot Yo.
Probably. Alright, so you are all surrounded by these thralls as they screech into the air and run after you, jumping on all of you like a horde of ravenous dogs. And they are going to make some attacks against you. So 3 against Darius, 2 against Andromeda, and 3 against you, Rainier.
Okay.
So I'll roll for you first, Rainier. Okay, so the highest among that is a 16. I'm guessing a 13 definitely does not hit too.
No, 13 does not hit.
Okay, so only one of those actually manages to hit you, as it swipes at you with its sharp claws. And that is going to be... Yeah. That'll be 8 points of slashing damage.
Alrighty then.
Oh, Jaming's back. Jaming's back.
Jaming's back!
Jaming's back.
He's not actually in the call yet, but I see him. He rejoined Roll20.
Yay!
So he must be
Yay.
on the way. Oh, he's connecting, maybe? It said connecting for a second and then died again. Come on, you can do it.
You can do
Reconnect
it, you
before your turn
suck it.
comes up. I mean, I already know what I'm gonna do if he doesn't. It's fine.
Right. I'm gonna make 2 more, or the others against them. So one of them manages to successfully hit against Andromeda. All right. And 2 will successfully hit against Darius, but they seem to be taking the blows in stride as their defenses seem to be holding up fairly strong. Now, I believe only one of them has to actually suffer from Hot Yo.
Yeah, only one of them is currently next to Hot Yo.
So that's a dex saving throw, right?
Yep, DC is 15.
Yeah, they don't make it.
Alright, so it has to take 2d6 fire damage, so I'll roll that out.
Okay.
That is going to take 7 points of fire damage from Hot Yo.
Okay. Take 7 points of damage as it screeches in pain from the fire at its back. So up next will be the Vanguard. So Darius will go ahead and make a punch against one of the creatures. All right. You see as he reels his fist back, you see electricity crackle around it as his blow connects with this creature. You don't even hear the sound of the crunch of bone until after the creature has already gone flying through the air, as you hear the boom afterwards, and that creature is completely axed. Boop. As it goes flying against a wall, its bones completely breaking and shattering upon impact with the wall. Andromeda will make 2 attacks, one at the one in front of her and one at the one behind her. She will successfully hit both of them. Okay, and as her short sword connects with both of them, they yell in pain, and one of them even buckles a little bit. Vera will fire an arrow into one of the ones Andromeda attacked. All right, that hits. Damage. So this one, hold on, this one is not looking so good. Alright, and Ameridan will fire a firebolt at the one just behind Darius. Right. Alright. Okay. Next up is Skelly Bro.
Okay, I told Skelly Bro to move to over here, so he shall move first with his movement.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Alright, so then his command was that he should stay there and continue attacking into the nearest target until there are no more targets. Or specifically corrupted targets. So as soon as he moves over to here, his nearest creature will be this one.
Okay.
So he will attack that one, and he will shoot it with a bow, because it's on his stat block. Oh, I think Jaming is back.
Jaming's back.
So,
Yay.
Good, you got back. You got back.
Being-
You got back before your turn came up.
I have an initiative of 11.
Yes, I rolled your
Yep.
initiative for you,
Cool.
and
Thank you.
I was gonna control your character if you didn't return. And as you can see, there's already a hot yo on the field.
I don't see it.
That's my hot yo though, not yours. Okay, so I am attacking with Skelly Bro. Let's see if he can hit a target. All right, Skelly Bro is going to get a 16 to hit,
That'll hit.
and he rolls. It's a D6 plus 2 of damage, so D6. So he does 7 points of piercing damage to the nearest target, which is that one. If I can
Okay,
click
that
it.
one is not looking so good. Is there anything else Skelly Bro would like to do?
Besides, actually, is he actually moved over here, or am I desynced?
He's like no, he's still here for me.
Oh yeah, I can't move him. I don't have permission.
Sorry, I'll give you permission. That's my bad. Determined by character settings. You know what? It's fine. I'll just move him for you. Where do you want him?
I wanted him to come over here.
There you go, and then I'll figure that out.
There. Oh, hot yo. Okay, so you haven't really missed much, besides that this fight is happening and that hot yo is hot.
Okay.
Right.
So we're fighting skeletons or?
We're fighting, like...
Yeah.
The
We're
profane.
fighting-
I'll show you. Yeah, I'll show you the images in a bit.
Oh, it's still in
I
Skype.
see it. No, I see it.
We're,
Okay.
we're fighting those.
It should be controllable by you now, Skelly Bro.
Yes, he is
Right?
move. I can move him now.
Yay. Okay. Yeah. So these are profane thralls.
Vera?
Yes,
What?
these are
What is-
Vanguard people.
No,
all the
this is-
all the not evil tokens are Vanguard people.
This is Darius.
Yeah.
Darius and
Darius
Andromeda
is
are in the.
Andromeda.
In the
Yeah.
I will
They're
find
in-
them. I will find them functional tokens over the weekend.
It's okay. No, you don't have to. I'll do it because I actually already have like doodles of them. I just have to actually, take pictures, turn it into a PDF, turn it into a token, yada yada yada. Yeah, I'll take care of that later.
Okay, so it should be Ripper's turn now.
It is Ripper's turn. It is.
Yep. Let's see. Who is this?
That is Vera.
Okay, Vera. Vera is bow people. Why do I have icons?
I think these are left over from the last fight.
From the last one, yeah, you can just get rid of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave mine.
Okay.
We'll
You
go
have
down
temporary.
here, and then I'm going to. I'll make a. I'll just make a regular attack on the one that's already beat up. That's next to Darius.
This one here?
Yeah, the top one.
Yeah.
That's a. No, fuck. I have to rechange all my math. I think it's a 24 to hit,
That'll definitely hit.
and that's gonna do. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep. And I want you to tell me how you demolish this sack of bones.
Alright, I am gonna walk up and just, like, punch it in the spine and break it in half.
Basically, you reach in and just rip out its spine.
Exactly. And then I'm just gonna, like, toss that somewhere, and then I'm gonna keep swinging at the next thing that I'm next to. So I'm gonna make a main hand and an offhand attack at this. Oh wow, that's like terrible. That's a 15 hit.
A 15 will hit.
Okay, then they will both hit, and that will do. Let's see. I think these. So the other one, that's gonna do 11 points of bludgeoning damage, and the offhand will do 2 points of damage. Oh, excuse me, 3 points of damage.
Okay, it definitely is not looking good at all. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I will end my turn.
Okay. It is now Lillian's turn.
Okay. The massive profane. There's obviously a lot. Are they? What are they focused on right now? Who are they focused on?
Right now they're focused on swarming Rainier, Andromeda, and Darius.
Okay. I'm gonna move over to the top over here.
Mhm.
And I'm just going to hurl a firebolt here. I'm gonna pick it off of I want to pick it off of Darius.
Okay, sounds good. Give me that attack throw.
25.
That'll definitely hit.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Goddamn, y'all roll high.
So only sometimes.
Only sometimes.
11 points.
Yeah,
of fire
sometimes we'll just roll terrible.
Mhm.
And I need to just double check I can. Move
Do you need a
there.
comb?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't. I couldn't. So that's where I end.
Yeah.
1, 2. Just to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Comb is good.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make it here. That's fine.
Yep.
Alright, so how do you end this one as you huck a firebolt at it?
I just huck a fireball. I tell Darius, watch your back, and just hurl a fling at this orange mote of fire.
Alright, he ducks as the bolt of fire goes flying over his head, striking one of the creatures that lunged for him, sending it back, shrieking and writhing on the floor as the fire consumes it.
Ooh, flammable.
Very flammable.
That's it.
Alrighty. Yep. Okay, great. So back to the top of the rounds, Misa.
Okay. Oh, my battle music died. Alright, let's do that again.
It's okay, I got it.
So only
put
2
something
have died so far.
Isn't this dead too?
Okay.
Which dead? Oh,
1,
that.
2, 3, 4, 5 left.
Alright, so to start with, I will use my bonus action to whip Hot Yo around and make it kind of go like, you know, move over a little bit, get some speed, come back, and collide with this guy.
Sorry, which one?
With this guy.
those
The,
three?
the one, no, I can only hit one, so I have to hit this one here, right?
Okay.
Right, that's how
Okay,
this
so you're
works,
gonna hit
Jamie?
that one? Okay.
I'm hitting the one
Sounds good.
directly in front of Ronier, so it has to make a dex save.
Dex save. Yes, sir. It's gonna fail.
Okay, so it is going to take 2d6 fire damage, so it is going to... Oh, it's going to take the full 12.
Woo! That's spicy. It's looking a little crispy right now.
Alright, so if it's looking a little crispy and Hot Yo's going to remain there, then I can't actually hit that one directly, so I will attempt to pick off... Let's see. Which one of these took... Did one of these take damage already?
I punched the one in front of me.
Well, I can't hit that one. You're in my... I guess I could move slightly over and hit it.
You
I'm
can
trying to
look up
clear some of the
here.
ones off Ronier's face from the other side, so I think I'm going to huck a Produce Flame at this one. So we will Produce Flame at
Nice is dead
it.
now.
So we will roll an attack roll against this thing. And that will do... Oh my god. Character sheet, please. It's a +7, so that's going to be a 22 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
And Produce Flame is 2d8. That's really kind of shitty damage, but alright. I'm gonna do a total of 9 points of fire damage to that one.
Which one? Sorry?
This one. Oh, I can't click
This one?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
great.
that.
9 points.
And then that is the end of my turn.
Alright. Rainier, you're up.
Alright, let's see here. We got those, so I was going to do something else, which is why I threw myself into the middle of the three, but this works too. I'm going to attack the one to the bottom of me with my hook swords.
Okay.
And not only am I going to completely miss, but I'm going to hook myself with my own on my own ankles and knock myself prone.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Because that was a crit one.
Nice.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, so yeah, that did not go well.
No,
Luckily, I haven't moved, so I will spend half my movement getting back up. But I'm pretty sure that's my turn.
For the moment when you knock yourself on the ground, you see like the 4 thralls around you kind of like lick their lips as they see you on the floor.
You also see Ripper lick his chops.
for completely different reasons.
Oh, come on.
I thought I saw a tooth. Alright. So so that will be your turn.
Yep.
Moving on, it is now the thralls. So now that this one's dead, his brother will take his place. And 2 of them are going to attack Andromeda, 3 will attack Rainier. Alright, so Rainier, 2 of them hit, but 1 of them misses.
Okay.
Yeah, like, the one that missed was like a 3, and then the 2 that hit, 1 was an 18, 1 was a 19. So.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Bard tank.
Alright, you will take 14 points of damage
Oof.
Okay.
as
Yeah,
2 of them
bloody.
start clawing at you. And Andromeda, only 1 of them hits her. And she will take, oh god. She will take 7 points of damage from the claw swipe. Alright. With that, we move on. It is now the Vanguard's turn. Darius will go ahead and make a punch against this one just in front of Andromeda. It hits. Alright. The punch does not this one flying, but you can see electricity course through it as it seems to shudder at the blow. And it at all.
Oh, did their turn end?
The Vanguard?
No, these things, because they ended their turn next
yeah.
to Hot Yo.
Yeah, they're done. Oh, right. Okay, so
Dex
these
saves.
2, because they ended in there, right?
Yeah, they ended in the aura.
1 of them will make it, 1 of them will not.
Okay, so I will roll that out. So, Jamie, do you roll it twice or just once?
Once for every.
Once? Okay. So 7 and then half of 7, which is rounded down.
3.
Yeah, so 7 and 3.
Okay, 7 and 3. Okay, so... Alright, so they will start screaming. One of them definitely does not look like it's going to last much longer. The one closer to the bottom. Alright. Andromeda will then make 2 swipes against the one in front of Rainier to try and get it off of him. Only 1 of her blows hits, though. You missed! You missed! How did you miss? He was 10 feet in front of you! Alright. Alright, that one's not looking so hot either.
It's because it's not next to Hot Yo.
Because it's not next to Hot Yo. Vera will go ahead and, actually, she'll move down and fire an arrow into the one just below Rainier.
Vera moves out of the way. Skelly Bro likes this.
Alrighty. Okay. And Ameridan will go ahead and fire a firebolt at this one. It'll hit. And much like your own, Lillian, his firebolt sends this sends this thrall flying backwards as it screeches in pain and yells and writhes on the floor, baking before finally growing silent.
Flies back into Ronir.
Flies back over his head.
Alright.
Yeah, totally, yeah. Alright. And it is now Skelly Bro's turn.
Alright, Skelly Bro has to attack the nearest target because that's what he was ordered to do. So he is going to try to weave an arrow into this one. We're going to see how that goes. It's not bad. His hit mod, I will remember this eventually, is a +4, so that's a 19. And he rolls a d6 of damage, +2. Oh, that went out of the dice box. Let's do it again. Okay. So that is 4 points of piercing damage to this one.
Piercing damage to that one. Alright, how do you end it?
You see this rickety-ass skeleton up here is like, it's holding this bow and it's kind of like weaving and trying to like stay, because, you know, it doesn't really have a lot of like meat on its bones, hehe.
Yeah.
To actually like have weight to it. And like, it doesn't seem like this thing is going to be able to make any sort of like actually tricky shot because it's rickety as hell, but it manages to somehow weave an arrow directly between both of you and shoot this thing right through whatever the equivalent of its face would be. And then the arrow sails into Hatyo and just like is evaporated.
It like barely has a face, and it will just immediately grow silent as the arrow pierces through its skull. Nicely done. Alright. So, with that out of the way, there's only 2 more left. Is that the end of Skelly Bro's turn?
That is the end of Skelly Bro's turn.
Ripper.
Okay, I'm gonna start by going down here, and I want to make a punch attack against this. I'll do this recklessly because I can.
Because you can.
Which is good because one of those was a 4. That's gonna be a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that will do. Oh, that's fantastic. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
How do you end him?
I think I'm going to just like pop up behind Ronir and just take like a big swing over Ronir's head and just like smash it down into its skull and make it crumple into the floor.
Oof. It completely shatters under the force of your punch, crumpling down. Alright, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yes, I'm going to use more of my movement to get up here. And then, what is the condition of this one?
Bloodied.
It does not look great at all.
Okay.
Looks very bad.
Let's see.
Kick it into Hatyo.
I am gonna kick it into Hatyo, so it needs to make a grapple contest, basically, for a shove.
It will probably definitely fail, but like...
I
we'll
don't
see.
know, I just
You never know, it
rolled
might nat
kinda
20.
You
shitty.
never know.
It has a modified 20?
It doesn't, because I rolled a 7 on the die.
Kills, please. This-
It's hot to the touch.
this-
Yeah.
this-
Uh-oh. Did we lose Isaac?
Isaac is
Hello?
lagging.
Hello?
Oh, I
Hello?
hear you now. You just lagged for a second there.
For a second, okay. Alright, so... Yep, so you do not manage to kick it in, unfortunately.
That's okay. I will... let's see...
Have you marked the target?
I haven't punched this one, but I will now with my offhand attack.
Yes.
I will crit it, and I will also mark it.
Crit it into the earth.
Just tell me how you ended. It has like 1 point of health left.
I need to see how much I overkill this. Okay, yeah, that's 11 points of damage.
Oof.
Excuse me, 12.
Oof.
It gets demolished. So
Big
like
oof.
after failing to kick it, I will just like punch it in center mass and send it back into Hatyo anyways.
It catches your kick and you see it like screech in satisfaction before your fist connects with its face and it just goes flying into the Hatyo where it just incinerates. There's nothing left of it at all.
Nice.
Right. So, we are out of combat now. Alright. As you guys stand over the remains of all of the remains of these bony, horrific monstrosities, you guys hear off in the distance from behind you another screech similar to the ones these monsters make. Not coming for you, but just evidence that there are clearly others in this hive, awake,
I can't.
ready and waiting for you all.
Great.
And if it pleases the court, we shall end session today, because we are at 11:20.
Alright.
That works for me.
Let me mark off all this stuff. Screeching intensifies.
I could screech, but I'm pretty sure half of you would want me dead if I did.
Alright, saving my character sheet.
Same.
Alright. Alright, so we will not be doing this next week, right? Doing something
Yeah,
else.
because I will be unavailable.
Because you will be unavailable.
Yeah,
So we will do something next week. We don't know what. We'll do something.
we'll
I think
figure it out.
Maybe
for
Daniel's
James.
game, because we have some trippy shit to do. It might be something totally different.
Maybe not. I kind of want to wait until I
Everyone's
haven't
here.
fully worked out the details on that one, so not next week.
Alright,
And
so
I
we'll
can't
find...
make it next week either.
Oh, well, maybe we'll...
So yeah.
We'll find... If we want to do something next week, we'll find something to do. We'll talk about it. Anyways, we will see everybody next week for something.